Dusty roads, baby.
Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of A Black Guy and a Brown Guy Walks Into a Bar.
Mm-hmm.
I am one of your hosts, OG Sugar Daddy D, and
He's the black guy,
yeah,
and I'm the brown guy.
yeah.
And nobody knows everything, and everybody knows nothing. But some people know something.
But we always gonna share something with you.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Just sit back, relax, and enjoy this trip.
Would you like some opinions?
Sure, share with me what you got on your
Talk
mind
about,
tonight.
let's talk about when family comes in town.
Family, that's what we're gonna talk about.
Well,
Visiting family. Let's
I mean,
go.
it's hot on my mind right now. I'm just saying, man. My brother kind of pissed me off.
Oh yeah, why you
Yeah.
let them get to you like that? They love you.
Well, he does love me, but he, when you move away, here's my thing.
Uh-huh.
You're my brother, right? And I love you, and I really do.
Yeah.
I love my brothers. I got two of them. I love both of them.
Okay.
But both of them moved away when I was still in high school.
Oh, so they're older.
Oh yeah, they're both older. I'm the young one.
Okay.
If you didn't know that.
But how much older are they than you, though?
Well, both of them are 50, and I'm not quite yet. I'm getting there, but not quite.
Well, see you got to realize something.
I still have all my hair, whereas they don't.
But you said they both moved away when you were a teen, right?
Pretty much. I
So
mean,
they
they went out. They went out to college. They they did what they were supposed to do.
Well, I mean, it
You know
ain't
what
so
I'm
much
saying?
that. You got to realize they older, so responsibility gonna hit them first.
Bullshit.
Oh, there we go.
Bullshit.
Okay, well, what's your?
Look, okay. Let me start you off like this.
Yeah. Drop the heavy shit on.
Let me drop some heavy shit on you right
All
here.
right, hit me with your.
My dad died when I was 12. Okay. He died of a heart attack. He had a major heart attack when I was 12. After that, our mama raised us, right?
Right.
Which I didn't realize I had some serious fucking childhood trauma from that.
From your father passing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not just that, but I mean, shit that's happened in between them. But that's pretty much what started me down the path that I went down.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're the youngest child out of three and your dad dies when you're not even a teenager yet, barely a teenager yet, that's going to be some psychological damage, emotional damage down the road that you really should work out with a counselor.
True.
But I didn't do that. You know why?
Why?
Because it ain't nobody's fucking business, that's why. My bad, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss.
But I mean, but my thing is still, though, I mean,
I'm just
counseling
saying,
would've been
man,
for your
'cause
benefit.
Look, I've never really been good at sharing personal stuff. That's just been me. But I'm going to share this one with you, okay? And this is going to blow your mind. I'm going to blow your mind a couple times tonight.
Oh,
Because I've been thinking about a few things.
Drop the
Okay.
heavy stuff on me.
All right. You want to hear this?
I'm all ears.
When my dad was still alive, he pissed me off so bad
Yeah.
that I ran him around. When I was a little kid, okay? I'm not blaming my dad one damn bit, okay? I'm not. But I was a little kid, and I was the youngest of three.
Yeah.
And I felt like he always took the older one's sides. Like he never wanted to spend time with me or shit like that. Or stuff like that. My bad. Damn, I got to remember stuff.
That's cool.
Okay. So, here's the thing. Have you ever heard of a premonition?
Yeah, I've heard of premonition.
Yeah. Have you ever had one?
Nope.
You haven't.
Well,
You're lucky.
I know.
You're really lucky. Back when I was a kid, I used to have premonitions all the time. They would come to me in dreams. And they kind of freaked me the F out, if you know what I mean.
Why?
Because I would dream about something happening that hadn't happened yet.
Oh, okay.
And then, like, whether it be 3 months to a year to 2 years later, it ended up happening.
Yeah. So.
And I'm not the only person that's had that happen. I've looked it up. And it really messed me up for a long time. And I didn't even realize it until almost 2 years ago, just about, when I finally realized it really messed me up. Caused some deep psychological trauma. But anyway, like my dad had pissed me off really bad one night. So I ran to my room screaming and crying like a little kid does. And I said, damn, bro.
Uh huh. And you did what?
I ran to my room crying.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, damn, I wish he was dead. I'm so sick of him. But you were a kid at the time.
Yeah.
So that don't bother you. You know what happened that night
What?
when I was 12 years old?
What happened tonight?
I had a dream that my dad got shot in his chest. Right? Okay.
Some heavy stuff.
Like some people came up just out of the blue, and like he was out there arguing with them, and it was a biker or something. This is like 40 years ago, 30 years ago, something. It's hard to remember a dream for 30 years ago, right?
Yeah, but if it's traumatizing.
Oh, it was very traumatizing because I had
Yeah.
a dream that my daddy got shot by a biker dude that just came up and just shot him in the chest, right in the heart, right?
A biker.
Do you know what happened the very next day?
What?
My dad died of a heart attack.
The very next day.
The very next day, my dad died of a heart attack. And that's something that I kind of buried, and I didn't even realize that I buried it for a
Yeah.
very long time. And it's something that like messed me up more than I ever even thought it messed me up for a very, very long time.
Yeah. I think that would mess anybody up at that age.
Oh yeah. So when my brother comes in town, all I asked him, because if you've paid attention to the news lately, Joe Biden's been in the news, right?
Let's hear it.
Have you seen what Joe Biden's been in the news for lately?
No, I haven't. But you never fail to inform
Oh,
us about
my
Trump
God.
or Biden.
Look,
Trump and Biden are your two favorite people right now.
Look, I don't like either one of them, honestly. I mean, the only reason I would like to see Trump go back in the White House is just so he can be like, nee, 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 nee. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, come on, man. If you've got so many charges against somebody who is an ex-president, and you haven't charged any other ex-presidents in the history of time, why are you doing it now, number one? And number two, there was a special counsel assigned to Joe Biden's case, right?
Yeah.
In the Department of Justice,
Uh-huh.
okay? And he said, and this made national news, it was breaking news on ABC at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which they never do. Did you know that? Okay. They came on news, and they said the special counsel that was investigating Joe Biden, because Joe Biden had some classified documents at his house, sitting in like a box, a cardboard box, in the garage. The exact same thing they're charging Trump for right now in one of his cases.
A cardboard box.
A cardboard box, classified documents that like he had while he was vice president. And he was vice president how many years ago? Let's see here. Trump was in there 4 years. He's been in there 3 years. So over 7 years ago, plus Obama and Biden were vice president for 8 years. So you had 8 to 7. What was that, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
Is when he got these classified documents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were sitting in his garage in his house, just chilling.
Sure.
Like if if me or you had classified documents just chilling, sitting in our garage, what would happen to us?
I don't know.
I know exactly what would happen. To us. If we got caught, what would happen to us?
Yeah, but I'm not going to try it.
I understand. Neither one of us would even try it because we would be so scared of what would happen to us, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like we would get sent to federal pound me in the prison, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the special counsel in charge of Joe Biden's case, where he had all these classified documents sitting in his garage in a cardboard box, right? 15 years ago. Between 15 years ago and 7 years ago, whatever. But still, it's been a long time they've been just chilling, sitting in a cardboard box in the garage somewhere. The special counsel said, we're not going to prosecute him because Joe Biden presents himself as an elderly man with memory trouble who can't remember certain facts such as when his son died and other things. He's a well-meaning elderly person, but he has memory problems, basically, is what they said. They're charging Trump for the exact same crime, except for he didn't have the documents for between 15 and 7 years, 7 to 15 years. He had them for like 2 or 3 years. He knew he had them. They were secured in a facility, which they call Mar-a-Lago. It's the golf facility, the resort. But they were actually behind locked doors. They weren't sitting in a garage somewhere. I guess you could call a garage a locked door, but if you want classified documents somewhere, would you rather have them in a garage somewhere or in a private golf club where they like check your ID and only certain people are allowed to go in there? Not to mention the Secret Service that...
In a safe somewhere.
In a safe somewhere, yeah. Not to mention the Secret Service has to follow ex-presidents no matter how long they've been an ex-president. That's like Jimmy Carter.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't know this, every single ex-president enjoys Secret Service protection.
For life.
For life.
Yeah,
not even mention the salary for life.
Yeah,
too.
for life. They get protected for life.
That's right.
So that means if I was an ex-president, I can go around and still have security detail forever.
Oh yeah.
You
could have your own office. You get your own office when you're vice president too. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the government pays for it.
Okay, that's cool. I can deal with that.
But do you know when every time you say the government pays for it, that means you and me are paying for it with our taxpayer dollars.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
But anyway, the point of it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so Biden, this special report comes out from the special prosecutor, right?
Sure.
And he is a Trump. Look, I'm gonna give you all sides of this. The special prosecutor is a Trump appointee.
A Trump appointee.
He was appointed by Trump, and whether or not it was a hit job on Biden or not, Biden comes out that very same night in a press conference, right? And he's mad, right? He's like angry. He's like, brr, 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 I'm a old white guy, brr, 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 brr. Which is crazy because like the two main candidates that we have for president right now are like 80-year-old white men. It's like, come on, man. Can we do not better than 80-year-old white man?
That's America's usual recipe. Elderly white guy.
But that's why me and my brother got in a little argument.
I mean, because if you look across the land, I mean, political positions are mostly held by white guys over the age of 50. Right?
Not to mention the fact they're lawyers most of the time.
Yeah, most of them lawyers,
or they got money, or they got money.
Yeah, you know,
they got money, or they're lawyers, and lawyers got money. So,
just like the guy trying to become sheriff here.
Which one?
The one with no law enforcement background.
Oh yeah, dude. When I found out he ain't got no law enforcement background, I'm like,
cop or deputy.
Excuse me?
He ain't never been he ain't never even been a bounty hunter. But he wants to run the sheriff.
That's not Whitehorn. Whitehorn's the one that actually has experience, right?
Well, he was chief of police. He was an officer.
He was a police officer, city.
Yeah, he's been through. He's risen
like
through the ranks.
Parish or city.
Yeah,
I just want to get our facts straight. That's all.
Yeah, he's I mean, you can look him up. His track record is pretty
good.
It's pretty impressive. I hope he gets it. Not saying I'm a Democrat, but I believe I'm like this. I believe I don't care who gets the job. I just hope they do better than the guy that just left out the office.
Can we all agree that Martin Luther King gave the best little sentence in the world?
The best what?
The best sentence ever uttered by mankind in the world.
What? I have a dream?
No, not I have a dream.
Well, what is it? What's the?
We should judge you based on the content of your character. Rather than the color of your skin.
Yeah.
And that means I don't care if you're white, black, red, blue, Jew, Mexican, I don't give Arabian. It don't matter.
It should.
Who is the most qualified is the point.
Always. That should always be the numero uno.
Oh yeah.
It should always be that. Now,
I mean, it's like I don't go up to people and be like, "Hey, dude, you know, I can build a house for you. You know what I mean? I can build it from the ground up. No problems.
Oh, okay.
But guess what?
What's that?
I can't.
And why is that?
Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Well,
Content of character. I'm never going to go up to somebody and be like, hey, man, I built a house for you.
I think that's when you employ somebody that can be effective.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to. You're supposed to. But here's the thing. When it goes to either whether it be the local sheriff's election or whether it be the presidential election, first of all, you got two octogenarians up there. Two people that are 80 years. Biden's like 81 now, I think, something like that. And then Trump will, by the time if he gets reelected, he'll be like 82 when he isn't there anymore. He's like 78 or 79 right now.
Well, he's gonna be 1,000. Well, he's gonna be 1,000 years old in office.
But here's the thing. Let me finish on what Joe Biden did the other day, and then we'll get to how my brother pissed me off. And then, but please, if you feel like talking about it, and if you think I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. Look, ain't nobody right 100% of the time. I guarantee you that.
Yes, we are open to criticism.
And I guarantee you I'm not right 100% of the time. There's no way. But, I mean, I do know a lot about a lot of stuff. I'm not saying I'm like a PhD on everything, even though we know them pieces of paper don't really matter for much these days with the internet. But anyway.
Anyway.
So Joe Biden, he comes out swinging on the press conference, right? Like, bah, bah, bah. Apollo Creed, right? Except for Apollo Creed happened to be facing the Von Drago this time.
Yes, rest in peace, Carl Weathers. We lost him this past week.
Man, dude, he was so good.
Yeah, I mean, Action Jackson, Apollo Creed,
he
Duke
was in
from
the
Commando.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, he was
like current.
So
you know,
he'll be missed. He also played for my team and yours, the Raiders. So So he will be missed.
Yet another piece of black history that I grew up with back in the day before everything became racist. Just saying. I mean, Carl Weathers was everywhere back in the day. And he still is. He still was. He was in The Mandalorian.
Okay.
He was the one that gave The Mandalorian.
He put him on the center.
He put him on his missions to go get his bounties.
Yeah.
He's the one. He said, bring him back either cold or hot. I don't care.
It still pay the same. What if your boss told you that one day? I don't care if you got to kill one or kill them all, just as long as you get it done.
Dude, there's a hilarious meme on the internet right now. It's
Man,
Carl
so
Weathers.
off subject.
I know, but this is. I gotta say this.
All right, go ahead. Share it with us.
Just to praise Carl Weathers.
Right.
So there's a hilarious meme on the internet, and if you've never seen these movies, you need to go back and watch them.
Which one?
So it's the Carl Weathers as the guy in The Mandalorian that he plays, right?
Yeah.
And he's talking to the Mandalorian. He's like, I need all three of these brought back cold. It's personal. And there's a picture of Dolph Lundgren as a dude from Rocky IV that kills Apollo Creed, right?
Yeah. Okay,
there's like a hollow bit of him. The next is the alligator from the one that he did with, what's that comedian's name? Oh, man. Happy
Adam
Gilmore.
Sandler.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, he was Chubbs.
Yeah.
And Happy Gilmore. He got his hand brought.
And there's a picture of the alligator there, right?
Yeah.
And then the third person, I forgot who the third one was. But he's just like, I need all three of them brought back cold. It's personal reasons. Kill them. I'm going to remember who the third person was. Anyway, talking about Biden. Damn. That's my ADHD kicking in. My bad. But anyway.
Go ahead, back to.
So Biden, he does a furious press conference later that evening, right? Just impromptu, cuts in everybody's stuff. And during this press conference, you know how the situation between like Israel and Palestine is going on? You know, the war going on and everything?
Yes, the conflict. I won't talk about all-out war.
Oh, it's an all-out war there. Yeah. They're even flooding all the tunnels down there.
Okay.
Every Palestinian tunnel, they're flooding it completely out. They don't even care if there's
and they doing
hostages down there or not. They're going to flood them out no matter what. They're just going to kill everybody. But I mean, like I said, I'm not getting into that. That's a whole barrel of nuts. I ain't even trying. Because then people been killing each other for the past like 10,000 years. So they just gonna keep doing it. There ain't nothing we can do about that. But anyway, so you know about the conflict between Israel and Palestine, right? Okay, so they've been trying to. At the beginning of it, they tried to leverage Egypt to open its border to allow humanitarian aid into Palestine. Okay. So Joe Biden in this press conference, he says, President, I think it's Maduro of Mexico, I am the one, this is Biden talking, by the way, I'm the one that got Maduro of Mexico to allow the humanitarian aid into Palestine. He said that during a press conference. Like, you're the president of Mexico, you're talking about the president of Mexico, he's not the president of Egypt. Or the leader of Egypt.
And the president of Mexico?
He confused the leader of Mexico with the leader of Egypt. He's done this type of gaffe several times now. You can look it up on the internet if you don't believe me. He talked about the French president Mitterrand. Mitterrand died either in 96 or 99. He's been dead for like 20 years. And he said he was talking to him the other day. There's also a video of Joe Biden, like, shaking hands with nobody that's there. Like, he'll turn to his right and start shaking somebody's hand.
Do you think?
And there's nobody there.
So do you think we have...
The dude has dementia.
Oh, so in other words, we know you wouldn't officially say we have the first elected president with dementia in office?
Oh, yeah. All you got to do is watch him, dude.
I don't know. I don't...
Look. I want you to look back. Look, Google it if you don't believe me.
Hey, I'll take your word for it.
Look back. I want you to look back at the number of press conferences Donald Trump did and took every question and was like, you're an idiot, you're a dumbass, blah, blah, blah. You know, he shut them down. Like, all the time. He'd be like, you're fake news. You're fake news. You're fake news. You're fake news.
I love it when you say that.
I ain't saying Trump is perfect because he's not.
I remember when he say fake news.
Oh, you remember saying fake news?
Fake news, fake news.
And people used to laugh their butts off at that.
Hey, you know what? That's what you say when a girl accuses you of cheating. Fake news.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I saw you with that girl at the pool.
What?
Fake news. Fake news. Fake
she
news.
walked by me. I don't know what you talking about,
I know what you're talking about. I ain't grabbed nobody by the pussy. It's fake news.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm just saying. Well, if you want to get on that topic, I mean, people, two dudes back in behind closed doors, not on a video like we are right now, are going to talk a little different than we do in front of other people. That's just dude talk. I'm sorry, ladies.
Yeah. Well,
you gotta recognize that. And especially if you're like a billionaire and you can have anyone you want,
you're gonna push those numbers of what you can and can't do. Who am I not to indulge?
I'm just saying the women throw themselves at the money, especially these days. So I mean,
themselves at the money.
You kind of put it on yourself a little bit.
But who don't really throw themselves at money nowadays?
Well, I don't.
Well,
but it don't ever come to me anyway.
We don't have money to be
if it came to me, I'd be throwing my ass out there left and right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it don't ever come by me. So it avoids me like the Black Plague. You know what I'm saying?
So that's the thing about it. You know, everybody, has a situation where they need to get paid. You know.
Well, they do, but
it's not always good.
But
you have to get paid.
Just think about back when you was in high school or middle school.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fine. way back.
Would you repeat now some of the stuff you used to say back then?
Oh, do you really want me to say some of that?
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
That is a no. That's a no-go, sir.
I let it rip. I mean, I can remember. I'll never forget. I had this math teacher at Uridraw named Miss Jennings, and I would terrorize her on purpose.
Man, I had a math teacher.
I was just that bad in math, though.
Oh, yeah.
And I would do that just to get kicked out. So, and I realized by the time I got to high school, I was behind everybody else in math, so I had to work twice as hard just to be average. So, yeah, Miss Jennings ended up winning that one.
Man, I hate math.
I should have paid attention.
I hate math with a passion. I really do. I kind of like geometry more than math. But anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, Joe is showing many signs of dementia. I mean, way more than Trump ever.
Our heart goes out to Mr. Joe.
I mean, I don't wish him any ill will, but I think his wife should be charged with elder abuse at this point.
The abuse.
Abuse.
Wow.
The dude got on Air Force one time, right?
Well, I'm sure
he tripped 4 times walking upstairs.
That don't mean it's
like give that man a lift.
That don't mean
give him a wheelchair.
Yeah, that just means
you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Stop trying to make that man do more than he can really do. But if you can't remember details like who the president is now, or you think the president of France is the same president that there was like over 20 years ago, that's a problem.
Okay.
If you're the president of the most powerful armed forces in the history of mankind.
So you think he gonna get into it with the wrong people?
We're already in 2 damn wars.
He gonna get into it with the wrong people?
Look, I'm just saying.
Well,
when Trump was in office, was we at war in Ukraine? Was we at war in Israel and Palestine?
Ukraine has nothing to do with us. We didn't tell Russia to invade Ukraine. And
there's a history behind
but
that.
they've been conflicting for many years now. They just didn't start overnight.
Well, see, here's a little history for you.
Okay.
A little history lesson.
Break it down for us and people at home.
Okay. So, when see, this is going to bring some of y'all remember this. Some of you, if you're our age, you remember this. If you're young or Gen Z or whatever the hell they call y'all, youngins. You youngins. See, back in our day, we were under threat of nuclear war like every day, just about. Okay, our parents even worse so. Like they actually did like drills for nuclear war. Y'all got the bad end of the stick. Y'all have like active shooter drills. And like every now and then they actually happen. See, nuclear war never happened with us, but we still had the nuclear drills, But I didn't have any. For us, it was mostly tornado drills. But anyway, where we live at is like number 3, or at least when we were growing up, it was number 3 on the target list. If we ever had nuclear war, you remember that?
What?
You don't remember that?
Number 3.
Barksdale Air Force Base. You ever heard of it? The Barksdale Bubble?
Yeah, I've heard of the Barksdale Bubble.
Okay. Well, that is a B-52 squadron, and those are tactical bombers that fly high.
Yeah. And devastate low.
And they drop nukes whenever they need to.
I'm glad we got them.
It's a good thing, but see, that's why we were number 3 on the target list. So if you live anywhere near Shreveport or Bossier, like within 20 or 30 miles, especially back in the 80s, and then if we ever went into a nuclear war back then, before the Cold War actually ended, we didn't have to worry about nothing, because the Russians would have nuked us so bad we wouldn't even known it happened. Yeah. It would have been a flashlight and we'd have been dead. That's it, powderized, just like Terminator. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, the B-52s are still there, so just so you know. And
thank you for giving up our position.
Yeah, but anyway. So that's what we grew up with. It's like knowing the fact that, if we ever did go into a nuclear war, we would be dead really quick. Like we wouldn't even have a chance for survival. Like everything within 20 miles of Shreveport, Bossier would just be a nuclear crater, basically. Just a big old mushroom cloud. That's it. Because they wouldn't. See, that's the thing when they target nukes, because they have so many of them in different countries, they'll put like 5 or 6 of them in one spot when they launch them. So when they go to nuke Barksdale, they're not just sending one. They're going to send like 5 or 10. So we're just turn around and kiss your ass goodbye. That's about all you can do, okay?
They don't let nothing get away.
Oh, no. They're gonna make that a crater, like the biggest crater that you've ever seen. But that's what we grew up, and then that was when there was the United States and the USSR. United States Soviet Republic or something like that. And then
the USSR.
You remember the USSR? Back in the USSR, there was even a song about it, huh?
The Union for Soviet Socialist Republic.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Mm-hmm. And guess who was in? Guess who was in there back then?
Mikhail Gorbachev.
Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine was part of that.
Kiev, yeah. Before they disbanded.
Kiev was actually one of the. major cities of the USSR. I think it was their capital at one time.
Oh, so that's what it was. So Biden want the Ukraine back in the fold.
Here's even more history. Let's go back to World War II, right?
Uh-huh.
You know who actually won World War II?
Who?
It wasn't us.
Okay, it was.
It was the Russians.
The Russians run World War II.
Do you know how many soldiers the Russians lost in World War II?
No, how many?
You know what? I'm going to Google this just because I want to be accurate on this, but it was like 100 million.
Because
it was in the 100 millions.
are you serious? The Russians sent that many soldiers from World War II?
You got to understand the Russians' military tactics are just throw people at it until you kill them.
Yeah, so they'll just keep sending people until they.
It's like if you got an M60 with like unlimited ammo, like you're playing a game, and they just keep on throwing people at you with like a knife. And the knife guy finally gets up to you. It's like Walking Dead or something. You know? It's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's crazy, man. That's their tactics, though. I mean,
well, I hope they got an unlimited supply of soldiers then.
They don't.
That's the tactics.
27 million.
So,
The Soviet Union lost around 27 million people during the war. 8.7 million military, 19 million civilians.
oh yeah, because they invaded parts of southern Russia, huh?
The Germans did, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
During
how they
the
lost so
winter.
many civilians.
During the winter.
Oh, when they would least expect it.
Oh my God. The stupidest move Hitler ever made was the stupidest move anybody can ever made is number one, don't start. It was in The Princess Bride. You ever seen Princess Bride?
I've heard of it.
Okay, there's a wise guy, and he's like, one of the wisest thing in the world said, he's like, number one, he said, blah, blah, blah. He said, like, number two, never start a land war in Asia, especially in the winter.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. It's not a good idea. If you see how big, like, the Ukraine and the U.S., like the USSR used to be,
Yeah.
if you try, there's no way, man. Like, you'd have to have, like, you just have to nuke them. And this was, like, before they had nukes. And so they just, and this was the Germans that killed that many people. We weren't involved. We were on the eastern side.
Yeah.
This is, no, I'm sorry.
were on
We
the
were on the
western
western
side,
side.
yeah.
My bad. This is on the east. This was when Germany got split up into two fronts instead of just one. Like, they had to deal with us and they had to deal with Russia. And Russia threw 18 million people at them.
That's crazy, man. Well, hey.
Now watch this. We're going to see the most number of people killed in any U.S. war. So we got 27 million for Russia in World War II alone.
Yeah, alone. 1775 to 2024.
That's not telling me anything. Let me see this one. Statista.com. Wonder if it's right. So Civil War. 620,000. That's the most number of troops we ever lost in the war by the United States.
So we've even lost.
In the Civil War, like 200 years ago, 620,000. Think about that. And they lost 26 million in one world war.
I didn't realize our casualties were so low.
When we think about them, we think they're high.
I know. I'm thinking.
Imagine being a Russian.
Millions and millions.
Imagine being a
You
Russian.
gotta understand, Russia's way bigger than us too.
They are, but most of that place is like frozen too, so they can't use most of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think it ain't never warm there,
The true.
and there ain't never no black people there. I guarantee you that. I ain't never seen no black people in Russia.
There are blacks.
I mean, I bet there are, but I'm just saying I ain't never seen that.
They're not American blacks. They're African.
And I mean they kind of stick out like a sore thumb. I bet.
I remember Ivan Drago coach was.
Ivan
black.
Drago.
Remember one of his coaches was black.
If he dies, he dies, and he died.
And it's cold. But yeah, yeah.
What the hell topic? What was I talking about?
You was talking about your brother.
I was talking about Biden. I know that.
No,
you
started off about family coming in to visit and your brothers. And
well,
how they was pissed you off about their political views.
Look, my middle brother, me and him pretty much agree pretty much on everything. But my oldest brother, like, I'm just saying, to me, he lives in a bubble. Maybe I live in a bubble. I don't know.
But that's how oldest are?
He thinks he knows.
Look, with the older siblings.
The background, okay?
Uh-huh.
Both of my brothers have PhDs.
Okay.
Both of them do. They teach at colleges, okay?
PhDs.
And they teach at colleges. Which PhD to mean, you know what that means?
What?
Player hater degree. And they be hating on my player ass. They do.
Okay. I hate it, Mace. Okay. Your brother's a player hater.
Both of them be hating. I mean, look.
So you've been dealing with this hate for a long time.
It ain't really hate per se, but it's like you just think you're so much better than me.
Okay.
You don't even know me, son. You left when I was like just started in high school. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know the life I've lived. You don't know the experience I got. You don't know the things I've read. You have no idea.
You don't know me, son.
Because guess what? You barely even text me. I text you, but you know, I'm just saying.
You don't even know me, son.
You have no idea who the I am, and I'm trying to meet myself. I'm doing a good job, I think.
Yeah.
Because I really want to say the C word a lot right now.
They don't know you, son.
They had me saying the C word early at the house.
You ain't gonna say it here. We gonna leave that out tonight. You know.
I mean, that's how he did it. Look, when he first said, "You need to fix yourself first," I had to walk out, dude. I walked to the freezer. I got me a swig of whiskey, and then I walked outside, and I walked up and down the street like 3 times.
After that good swig.
And I'm like, okay, Mr. Perfect. Look, you don't even know the things I've recovered from, number one, much less the stuff. Have you ever been divorced? No, you haven't, have you? Have you ever been divorced twice? No, you haven't, have you? You've got your perfect little wife and your fucking kids and me. And it's just like, dude, you have no idea the crap I've been through compared to you. Huh. Like, and this is the first person that's going to tell you about you being privileged. Going to talk to us like we're being privileged. I'm like, you do realize I'm brown, right? I'm just like you. But you're the first one to pull the race card. It just don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
He's the first
it's
one
like,
to pull the race card.
If you're not more privileged than I am, I can't. I don't see.
I don't see.
I mean, you have a college degree up to a PhD. That means you went to college for 4, 5, 6, like at least 8 years, between 8 and 12 years. You spent your time in college getting all your little degrees, okay?
All your paperwork.
And the thing that I think that upsets them people the most is the fact that a lot of companies right now are finna stop requiring any type of degree for a job, number one. And number two, the internet, if you use it wisely and don't just flip on Facebook and social media and all that crap all the time, and like actually use the internet as a learning tool, you can learn anything you want to learn.
Oh, yeah.
Anything at all. You don't need no college. All you need is YouTube. You really don't need college anymore. You've got Coursera, you got Khan Academy, you got YouTube, you got Google throwing out IT certificates everywhere. Like you don't. Why waste your money?
Yeah.
Why take out $80,000 worth of loans?
Oh my goodness.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I really think upsets these people, is because they had to go to school for that long.
Yeah.
And they had to get on them pieces of paper, which
and still paying those student loans off.
Exactly.
As we speak.
And they got to pay all them $80,000, $100,000 student loans off. Oh yeah.
Talk about sucking a sack.
But I'm just saying, man. Yeah. And whether or not you know it or not, I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist.
I know that a lot, not a little.
Okay. Well, let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, we know you and your conspiracy.
Y'all can discount conspiracy theorists all you want, but we do way more research than you've ever even thought of doing. I'm just saying. Because we're the most skeptical people in the world. I'm really skeptical.
About everything.
Like, there's a lot of things I never thought. The first thing I'm going to do if something weird happens to me or something weird happens around me, I'm be like, okay, how can I explain that rationally? I'll be like, was the sun shining the wrong way? Did I get a reflection off of something? You know, am I tired? You know, am I high? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other people, they'll just stay in a little bubble. They won't have an open mind and think, well, maybe it could have been this, or maybe it could have been that. But you don't really know sometimes, so you just kind of wing it.
Oh.
Because there's a lot of things. The one thing that really drives me crazy.
What's that?
Is that you never really know. I mean, we're taught all these things in school, right?
Right.
Like we're taught that, and I'm not saying the Earth is flat by any means necessary. Okay, please don't mistake me. But I'm just saying, have you ever been to space?
No.
Do you know what it really looks like from there?
No.
You just got pictures.
Yeah, that's it.
Pictures can be fake.
I got the same thing that you got to provide.
I'm just saying, nowadays with AI,
Yeah.
and also drone shows. Have you seen them crazy drone shows they've been doing?
Yeah, man.
You see the ones in China where they make like a whole dragon appear out of nowhere?
Oh,
It's just like that Spider-Man Far From Home movie, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that? Where the dude uses drones to make like evil things? They got drones doing that in China, making dragons looking like they're just flying around in the air and stuff. It's like, what the? Y'all could make Jesus Christ appear right in front of us like 50 feet high. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah.
And it could be it could be like a false thing and we wouldn't know.
Yeah, you have to be.
And that's all because of technology and AI. And especially, you know the old saying, don't trust anything you hear on the internet, right?
Right.
Don't trust everything you read on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now with AI, you can't trust anything on the internet. You don't know where. I mean, the only ways that you can try and figure it out is if they're talking in bad English, which, like, from the way I've seen English with younger people, they don't know good English either. So it's kind of hard to differentiate. But if you get like a hacker or something,
they don't even have to write in cursive anymore.
Oh no, they don't know how to write in cursive at all.
I really get my knuckles toed up for not writing in cursive.
When I was going to school, and I'm left-handed, right?
Right.
I'm a left-handed person. They tried for a year straight to make me be a right-handed person.
How they gonna make you?
Okay, that's how you know when I grow up. Okay, because they don't do that no more.
You gonna write with that other hand on us?
Back when I was growing up, there's like, no, you're not gonna be different. You're gonna be normal.
You're gonna be what we want you to be.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
But I mean, you got that. Can't believe everything on the internet thing, but I mean.
Oh, for sure.
Now you got AI. If they just have if hackers just have like a picture of you, they can make like there was Taylor Swift videos of her being naked with AI.
Well, how you know that wasn't real though?
It was AI.
How you know?
Well, exactly.
You don't have no new picture of Taylor Swift to compare it to.
You're right. So I don't.
It might be. So, well, see, now people can do shit and just blame it on AI.
Exactly. They can do whatever they want.
My bad. You could, but yeah. So that's another bad thing.
I don't love the NFL.
Now you can do silly stuff and say, "Hey, it was AI. It wasn't me."
Exactly.
That's messed up.
You could.
That's gonna make things dangerous.
And don't even do your voice like on Google or anything like that anymore, because if Google gets like a data breach or something, then they can hack your voice and they can use AI to make it sound like it's you making a phone call to like a relative and be like, "Hey, I need you to send me some money. I'm stuck on the side of the road. I need."
Oh, well, that's cool because my relatives ain't sending you shit.
I'm just saying, man. Like if it's your mama or something, they can use your mama's voice and have your mama call you. Be like, "I'm stuck on the side of the road. I just need you to send some money to this this tow truck company."
I'll be like, "Where you at? I'm coming to get you."
Oh Lord, man, it's just crazy.
I am,
but
I'm difficult like that.
It wouldn't never make the news if a lot of people ain't been hacked by it.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying.
You're right though. I agree with you.
So we got Joe Biden, who needs to be in the, and they've been tearing him up on, oh my God, the memes are hilarious. It's pretty funny, man.
Well, who doesn't get good juicy memes?
Joe Biden's getting some really good ones, but I mean, it's a hardcore attack on the elderly community too. So it's just like, stop doing
that. But I mean,
that.
all sparing jokes though.
Yeah, but they're charging Trump with the exact same thing.
What, for telling jokes?
No, for having classified documents at his place.
Oh well, hey.
But they didn't charge. They didn't charge Biden, so
you saying
if we're gonna have things fair around Sean.
So in other words, you're saying they're not playing fair.
That's right.
They're letting
I'm
Biden get away with the same thing they're persecuting Trump for.
Let me sum it all up in one statement.
Lay it on me.
Where's the Epstein client list?
I don't know.
Epstein did not kill himself. Number one.
Okay.
Number two.
But how do you know?
Because.
How do you know he's dead?
Oh, he might not be dead.
Yeah. Did you see the Bible?
You're right about that.
Yeah. Like people be looking for Hoffa for years. How do they even know Jimmy Hoffa's dead?
Well, I don't know.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure Hoffa's dead though. For sure.
How you know though?
He just had a reputation, man. He pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, though, but it's a lot of people have reputations too.
Yeah, but back then there was a lot of people just kill you. You know?
Yeah, but if you
especially when you was dealing with the mafia.
If you got the right amount of money, you can disappear. He was in control of millions.
I know he was
millions,
but he pissed a whole.
He was in control over enough money where he could buy him a new life and lifestyle.
He could.
So you can't, So I wouldn't discredit. He might be. He might be somewhere sitting on the beach right now with an umbrella in the
he'd be dead by now. For sure. He's pretty. Yeah. Okay. His age would have killed him out. He'd been like 100 something by now.
No, he wouldn't been that old. He might be in late 90s maybe, but not that old.
Yeah, he'd probably been dead.
But I mean.
But that's the thing, man. All I was asking my brother, and I wasn't even asking him. I said, well, obviously you don't like Trump. But anytime we brought up anything about Biden, he was like, meh. I was like, well, you can even consider Kennedy?
Yeah, well, I mean.
Kennedy actually has, he finally made a deal with libertarians. So he's going to be running as a libertarian this year, which means he will actually be on the ballot in 50 states, all 50 states.
Like Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy. His RFK Jr., I believe is his name. And he is definitely related to Robert F. Kennedy. He's his son. You remember Camelot? You ever heard of Camelot?
Well, I remember. I've heard a lot about him. Remember Joe Kennedy?
Marilyn Monroe?
It's a lot of
there's a lot.
Yeah, but,
But I'm just saying this Kennedy guy, he kind of makes a lot of sense.
Well, they all do before they get in office.
Oh, no. Biden don't make no damn sense.
Everybody tells you what you want to hear until they get what.
Number one, Biden really doesn't make any damn sense. Because he can't even finish a sentence without being corn puff.
Okay.
And let's not even talk about how racist Biden is in the past. Okay, he was on Charlemagne the God's podcast.
Yeah,
and he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
You know what?
Have you ever heard a more racist statement than that?
But my thing is, we ain't worried about what Biden say. Biden ain't no approval for all black people.
Well, he gets all the black vote.
Yeah, not mine. He didn't.
If you look in the previous election, he got all the black vote. Look, that's the thing. That's the thing about the black vote. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah. The black vote has been like 90% Democrat for like ever.
Well,
But I mean, I see a lot of videos of black people saying if Joe Biden right now for sure. But I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna actually come out and vote like that though. That's the thing. Because you know you got 10-20% voting out of 100. I mean that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is. That's very ridiculous. Bananas even. But Joe was old news, man. He's a dinosaur.
I mean after what happened in Afghanistan, you remember how like I don't remember how many troops got blown up over there.
A lot.
Well, that's the thing during the Trump years. Like we barely had any deaths over in Afghanistan. They just kind of kept them at the base, which we just renovated for like several $1 billion.
Oh, okay.
There's a U.S. air base over there
In Afghanistan?
Afghanistan, yes.
It's nice.
We renovated it.
Is it nice?
We put billions into it.
Is it
Billions.
nice?
And guess what? That's your money, ladies and gentlemen. That went into
Is it a vacation destination?
every time you get a paycheck and it goes to the federal government, you're paying for a little bit of that. A base in Afghanistan. Yeah, that's doing you a lot of good, ain't it?
Well,
Well, not only that, you got to renovate it, and you didn't even get you didn't even get a say in it, did you?
Well,
You didn't even get to look at the property and be like, oh well, we can put some duct tape on that, and that'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna renovate it for billions.
But that's a small price to pay for being in a secure country like we have.
You
Very
think
small
this
for us.
country's secure?
Yeah, I think it's secure than most, more than most.
Not anymore. Not with the border.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they working on it though.
They ain't done nothing. And in the
They
3
were.
years that they ain't done, and that's the thing that pisses me off the most about them saying,
And what's that?
well, we need to pass more legislation. Me. Bull. Boop.
Well, maybe they do need to pass more legislation.
Here's my thing, though.
Okay, let's
Joe
hear it.
Joe Biden was a senator for how many years?
A lot of them.
47 years. Okay?
You sure?
40. Google it.
He
I
was
do.
a senator for 47 years. He was a senator.
There we go.
It's almost as long as I've been alive.
How long
Look at you. I knew he
was
can
Joe
help his
Biden
a senator.
as senator? Nope. He got elected in 72. Served all the way through 2008 until he became vice president. So what is that? Let's see here. 28 plus 8, 28 plus 8, 36. That's almost 37 years.
Man. Ooh, that's a long
Okay.
time.
Well, now think about Mitch McConnell. Okay. He's been the turtle.
Yeah, Franklin himself.
Yeah,
Franklin the turtle.
Look, I hate on everybody. I don't hate just on Democrats. I hate on Republicans too. I guarantee you that. But the turtle, Joe.
The turtle.
If you look at some old Jon Stewart episodes, that's what he calls him. He calls him the turtle. He looks just like a fucking.
Looks like Franklin the turtle.
Yeah. Earlier this year, Mitch McConnell was giving a speech and he passed smooth out.
I heard he paused.
Well, I don't know.
I heard he just sit there. Was like, sitting there, man.
Well, I heard he just kind of just passed the fuck out because he's too old to actually talk for longer than 2 minutes.
Man, where you get this information from? Who told you this?
It was on the news. It was on there. I bet I can Google it and find it right now.
About the turtle, huh? You ready to pull a turtle business up into this?
I'm just saying. Look. You got Chuck Schumer. It's not just Mitch McConnell. It's Chuck Schumer. It's Nancy Pelosi. Bernie Sanders.
Bernie?
I mean,
wait. Bernie Sanders still?
Yeah, he's still a senator.
I thought he left that alone after he ran
No.
for president.
Look, he ran for president twice, and they said, "Hell no, we ain't gonna have you run on our ticket, son." They didn't want him.
And they put him back in.
You remember back when Hillary was running?
Yeah.
It was Bernie and Hillary.
Yeah, Bernie.
And they chose Hillary instead of Bernie.
Pope Bernie.
That's right.
Pope Mr. Bernie. Pope weekend at Bernie's.
I'm just saying. Man.
But yeah, it happens, man. Sometimes, Sometimes the best man don't always win.
He froze. According to this.
I told you he paused.
He froze. Nah, there's a difference between the freeze and the pause, man.
Ain't they the same thing?
I mean, especially when he's 81 years old.
Oh yeah,
81. So we have.
I'm
Look
looking
at him.
for-
There he is in the bottom right corner. Look at him. The
I'm
turtle.
I'm looking for him to show up to work in his pajamas.
I'm just saying, man. Get all these old parts out of there, man.
All them old
Get
parts.
them all out. We'll start right there. Honestly, if they can't balance the budget, get them all out of there.
Get them all out.
And
Start over fresh.
Start over fresh every time it's time. Just look. If you run a business
Yes.
and somebody buys something from you, right?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to get a detailed receipt from me?
Am I allowed to? Okay, hang in there.
If you're the consumer
Yes, I made a purchase.
and you made a purchase from me,
Yes.
are you allowed to have a detailed receipt from me?
Yes, I
Am I obliged to give you a detailed receipt?
You should be.
When's the last time we ever had any type of detailed receipt from any of our tax dollars? Whether they be state, local, citywide, or federal.
I don't think ever.
Have you ever seen one?
I've never seen one. Ever since I've been in the workforce.
Now, we've given over $100 billion to Ukraine so far in a year.
Uh-huh.
$100 billion.
So what did we buy?
There ain't no telling.
Ain't no receipt, huh?
No.
Ukraine owes us a big receipt, don't it?
There's no receipt. There is no receipt.
Oh.
And there was a story just last week that said at least $40 million was embezzled.
Who?
There was a news story last week. The Ukrainians admitted that at least $40 million of that money got embezzled
By who?
by the Ukrainians.
They embezzled $40 million.
Ukraine has been a hotbed of embezzling money, like, for a long time.
Oh, so they always had some.
They've been an
crooked issues.
extremely corrupt country for a long time. And if you don't believe me, just look up the New York Times pieces and the Wall Street Journal's pieces.
Oh.
Before the war started and they were talking about Zelensky and all that, it's always been a corrupt country.
Okay. I'll have to look into that.
At least after the USSR fell.
Oh, okay.
But, I never even got to that part.
Yeah.
My bad.
So Ukraine.
So when the USSR fell,
yes.
like, they disintegrated into all the different states.
Yeah.
And Putin's been trying to just kind of put them back together. But here's the weird thing. It's like NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Yes.
It's like us and a lot of European countries.
Uh-huh.
And we form a pact,
Oh yeah, I know.
okay?
We deep in the streets.
And we pay for most of it too, by the way,
Yeah.
with our tax dollars. Once
Yeah,
again,
well, we know NATO military really is the U.S. military.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, we have no detailed receipts for that either.
Okay.
Even though we're spending billions of dollars a year on that too.
Okay.
Even though we got homeless people that can't even afford to, eat.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I digress.
Okay.
That's not important, is it?
Yeah, get back on.
Mother.
Look at you. You got
See,
off
stuff
subject.
like that pisses me off, man.
Yeah, but you can't get off subject though.
I'm trying not.
We still wait for you to finish up on the
So
splintering
so
of
when
Russia. breaking
so
up.
so you gotta think the USSR at the time
Yes.
and still to this day has more nuclear weapons than we do,
Oh yeah.
way more. So they were trying to disarm Ukraine and make it like a buffer zone between NATO and Russia,
Right.
because Russia still continued to exist even after like the USSR.
Yeah.
There was still Russia. Russia was like one of the states.
Okay.
So like slowly over time, Putin has tried to like reclaim a lot of the states. But NATO has moved a lot swifter, and they were about to make Ukraine part of NATO, and that's on the border of Russia. That would be the same thing as if like Russia took over Mexico or Canada.
Okay.
So what would we be doing?
I'm trying to stop it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there was a Cuban Missile Crisis way back in the day,
Yeah.
and that was off Cuba. That was like 90
That was
miles.
just 90 miles
Yeah.
from Miami.
Yeah, we almost blew each other up back then.
Yeah.
But that's Putin's position on it.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a
Y'all don't want us close. We don't want y'all
there
close.
was kind of a treaty that was signed, and I guess it got ripped up or something. I don't know, but Ukraine got disarmed from like all their nukes got took away, either by Russia or whoever, just to make sure they wouldn't like go on the black market, you know.
Wow.
So they
Yeah.
lost all their deterrence. Like if Russia invaded them, they couldn't say we're going to nuke you because they ain't got no more nukes.
Yeah, no nuke. They took their nukes away.
But that's Putin's point of view. I'm not saying our point of view isn't different, but I'm just saying who does war really benefit in the long term?
Yeah.
The defense contractors.
Oh well, yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to follow the money every time. That's, I mean, anytime you got a war, both sides are making money. Because both sides are paying. If you remember that Nicolas Cage movie,
Yeah, God of War.
God of War?
Yeah.
He was like, I sell to both sides.
Yeah.
No matter who it might be. I don't care. I'm just saying, just follow the money.
Hey, war's a big business.
Lots of time you follow the money. But that's the one good thing that I could say about when Trump was in there. We didn't have these wars.
We had no conflicts. Huh?
Do you remember one?
Well,
I remember he blew up Ben Soleimani, I think, or Al Baghdadi or something like that.
well, Korea was still flexing as usual. You know, Korea always.
You mean
flex.
North Korea?
Yeah, they always flex.
Oh, yeah.
They flexing now.
They're always, I mean, that's the thing. And when you have a open border, you know, the Department of Justice said that they encountered at least 35,000 Chinese immigrants coming across the southern border last year alone.
Coming across what border?
The southern border
Of what?
the United States. 35,000 Chinese immigrants. And they're all male.
And that's crazy.
Now, I don't care nothing about China. I mean, I don't wish any of the Chinese people any ill will, but their government might tend to be. But I mean, the Congressional Budget Office said there was at least 6 million illegals, and they have like the most conservative estimate. There's been 6 million illegal aliens that have come across our southern border in the past 3 years since Joe's been in office. That's 6 million. I mean, think about that. That's like the population bigger than a lot of states.
Yeah, well, it's
If you only get like 1% of those people and they're terrorists, or they're here to cause problems.
Well, it's time to get Joe out of there. Trying to vote him out.
And a lot of people don't even want to think about voting for Trump at all, which I don't blame him. I mean, that dude is a little crazy.
Well, I mean, that's how it is. That's how politics have gotten.
I mean, when you talk about there was a lot of crazy stuff he said. Like there was one time he talked about launching a nuke at a hurricane. He would like kill the hurricane, and I was just like, dude, please tell me he didn't say that.
Launching a nuke into a hurricane and see what happens.
Man, when I saw that, I was like,
He's like, hey, he's like the kid at school with the M80s that's just looking to use it on anything. You know what I'm saying? He don't care if you're going to flush it down the toilet or whatever. He going to use that M80.
oh man, it's just like,
Shoot the nuke into a hurricane.
damn, did he really say that? See, because I was a big time Trump supporter, but I mean,
Until you heard him say he going to shoot a nuke in the hurricane.
I mean, when he said that, and he did the notorious. Back when he was on Twitter, he said "Copepe," C-O-V-F-E-F-E. You remember that? That was way back in the day. Copepe. Everybody's like, he's lost his mind. This guy's got his finger on the red button, the nuclear codes. He's gonna get us into World War III, and he did now. Every day on the news, it was like that, and I'm just like, dude, there's no way.
It's
Come
not
on,
that
man.
serious.
Come on, man. I'm like, dude.
But you ever notice how certain situations and certain politicians bring out the crazy people? You know what I'm saying?
They know how to stoke them.
I mean, they.
I compare like Trump to like The Rock when he was in WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know when or Stone Cold maybe. You know what I'm saying? Them
people
good,
sharing
them
the
really good wrestlers that can come out or like
faithful following no matter what.
But even like what was it? The Nature Boy. You know,
Woo!
you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what he reminds me of. He reminds me of, dude. I mean, who else? It's like this. There's a comedian. He does a skit talking about
beat
Trump.
a man, you gotta beat the man.
That's what. That's the way Trump is.
Woo! Rolex wearing, limousine ride.
Yep.
And I'm having the hardest time holding these gators up.
Airplane riding.
Jet flying.
Jet flying. Baddest mother.
All right. I got one word for you, ladies. None of you can be first, but you all can be next. Woo!
Ric Flair, man,
Ric Flair
one of a
is
kind.
an icon of race
Oh,
wrestling
man.
to this day.
Just like that's just the way Trump is. It's just like he killed some terrorist. Like they shot him, blew him up, and there's this comedian he does a skit on. He's like, it's midnight. Trump comes out and he's not even looking at the teleprompters. He's just talking shit.
He was going off the head. He was freestyling.
He was freestyling, and he was like, "We killed him. We blew him up. He was crying. He cried a lot." It's just like, oh my God, did he really say that?
No, he cried.
And he was just like, he seriously said that. I mean, I'm quoting him. And it's like, what the heck?
Somebody.
And the comedian's like, and he continues to go on for
cried
like
a lot.
40 minutes about how they blew this dude up.
And he cried a lot.
And what a punk he was, and this and that. It's just like, oh my.
He was such a candy ass.
I'm just saying, man.
He never saw the bullet coming.
Dude, when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah.
Trump letting you know.
Well,
that's how it's going down under
I
his
mean,
presidency. He letting you know.
I mean,
He'll put. He got them boys that'll put them things on you.
That's what he. One of the people one of the terrorists, he sent him a picture of his own house.
Who did?
Trump.
He sent who?
He sent one of the terrorists a picture of his own house with his kids in
Letting
it.
him know, hey, I know.
With his wife and kids. And he's like, why are you sending me this picture? He's like, I think you know why I'm sending you this picture.
So you think Trump? So in other words, you
He's a gangster, man.
Trump is gangster.
Like straight up. I mean, just them two things.
So he sent a picture talking about, I know where you lay your head.
Yeah.
I'm coming through with.
And-
I'm coming through with some shit.
And the dude's just like shocked. He's like calling. He's like, "What? Why are you sending me this picture?"
You know why we sending you this shit.
And it's like we know where you're.
What would you do if you got that phone call? Hey, you know I'm sending them stealths out there. Yeah, don't even run.
Like, I ain't doing-
just lay down and let it happen.
Sorry, boss.
Just lay down and let it happen.
and basically that's what the terrorist did. He was just like, "Oh, okay. I won't mess up no more. I'm sorry." You know, because he knew.
Just lay
I
back.
mean, it's just the way you got to deal with certain
Don't
people.
do
man.
this again. Don't do this. Don't make me do this to you.
You know. But I mean, he can go unhinged sometimes too. You know. But I mean, when you got like the Rockets president, like talking stuff, like can you smell what the Trump is cooking? You know what I'm saying?
Just know your role and shut your damn mouth. Just know your role and shut your damn mouth.
You remember how bad the Rock was? Oh God, he could talk some trash.
Yeah. He was the king of
He
catchphrases.
was good at talking trash. Really good.
It doesn't matter.
Shut your jabroni ass up. Yeah, damn jabroni.
All those other jabronis in Congress can never stand up to the power of the Trump. I'm gonna give him the Trump's elbow.
Man, he was good, and it got so distorted by so many things, but whatever. That's just.
I think the president should have hip hop theme songs.
I think they should be able to fight.
Huh?
I think they should be able to fight.
Fight.
Oh yeah, like MMA style.
Oh yeah.
Like anything goes.
Why they ain't gonna do that?
Like
man,
steel chair.
Man, people
Like
don't-
I'm talking about razor wire in the cage.
cage fight.
Cage match. Let's
Like
go.
Mankind.
I'm just saying, man. Things will be getting done so much easier and better.
I'm
It's just
jumping
like,
off the top
and
rope.
couldn't nobody disagree that. Okay,
So
well,
Congress,
he
Congress
kind
and
of
the
did
Senate-
throw him up from the 30-foot ladder.
So Congress and Senate have a battle royal.
Yes.
Right there on the lawn.
Yes, do it.
That should be crazy.
Like I challenge you to a duel, sir. That would be so
And then he
awesome,
slap
though.
him with his gloves.
Oh yeah. I bet they do a lot more work than they do now.
Should have get straightened out real fast.
Well,
If somebody knew they
and-
were gonna get a bullet in their ass.
And they definitely wouldn't be like 60 years old either.
Uh-uh.
You ain't gonna have nobody past like 40 that's gonna be in a cage fighting with some.
Cage
I mean,
fight.
come on, man.
If you win this, we'll pass your bills.
Exactly.
That'd be crazy.
It's like they can, they can negotiate and stuff and maybe come to an agreement. But if like they just get in a heated argument, it's like
gotta do
that's
that.
it. Let's go. Somebody rings a bell.
But if you look
whoever
up
the president
online,
is.
in other parliaments, they always fight.
Yeah.
In Europe, boy,
I think they should.
it ain't nothing to get your ass slapped in parliament.
I think you should.
And I
And maybe I'm a medieval type of guy, but I believe in that.
off with your head.
Man, if we brought back public flogging in the square,
You put heads and
like,
guillotines.
not just heads and guillotines, but like for like pedophiles, if we like tie them up in the town square naked
Let the
and
fire
then
ants
chop
get
off
them.
their genitals, you know what I'm saying? Do you really think
off
there
the
would be that many more
genitals.
pedophiles? I'm just saying.
I think that eradicated.
Do you think that would take care of
Yeah,
it?
you really-
And it's nationally televised too. It's just like we killed a pedophile today. Let the games begin. And the dude, I mean, of
open
course, the dude's
season.
going to be crying the whole time because
It's
most.
open season on all sex crimes.
But I'm just saying. I mean, if you're a pedophile, I mean, that's
Pull up your
just
genitals. But hey, but
you deserve
wait,
it.
wait, hold on.
I'm just
what you
saying.
gonna do about a female pedophile? Ain't nothing to cut off.
Oh well, there's other things you can do.
I don't even want to think about it.
No, you don't.
We're gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, we're not going to go
But
there.
yeah, so
But I mean, all you had to do is look back in history. Our forefathers, like talking about like 1,000 years ago, they knew how to torture people way worse than we could even think about right now. Especially back in like Roman times
what's
and
the thing
stuff.
that had where your arms and head sticking through the board and shit?
yeah, and they'd come by and they'd have you naked, just sitting out there with your arms and your head stuck in some board. That's tame.
With
though.
your ass in the wind.
That is so tame though, and they come by and flog you. They come by and whip you every now and then too.
Oh, yeah.
And it didn't matter if you're black or white or brown.
Everybody got their ass.
Everybody got their ass whooped. Okay, if you did something wrong,
And you got your ass. whooped.
then you got locked up. Well, I mean,
hey, you know what? I like
you
to
can
get a
pay
lady.
somebody enough to probably do it for
Yeah.
you. You know?
I want to get a lady that let me do that to her. Just put in one of those and spank her.
Oh Lord, that's
That's a whole different.
you talk about
punishment.
me. God,
That's a whole different punishment. I ain't gonna hurt her.
that's another direction, sir.
I'm gonna have a safe word and have free refreshments. Free refreshments.
Hey man, you do your freak stuff. That's cool. What you do in your bedroom is your own business. Just don't involve no minors, no minors.
Nah, it won't be. Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm too old for that.
Both consenting and like legal and all that stuff.
I'm all about
But-
good, clean, wholesome fun.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, man. Could you imagine if we like did stuff? I mean, that's like a mild type of thing. Like think about crucifixions. I mean, it wasn't just Jesus that got
Yeah,
crucified.
think about being burnt at the stake or getting stoned.
Burnt to the stake, getting stoned, then burying you up to your head and letting horses run over your head until you die.
What's the other one where they tie you up and put the honey on you and shit,
Uh,
and they leave you out for something to eat you up?
the one that kills me the most is the copper bull or the bull or it's like an ox or a bull or something, and it's hollow, right? It's metal though.
Uh-huh.
And they did this back in the Greek times. They put you in there, and they'd start a fire underneath it after they sealed you up inside a metal, like, basically they're going to cook you alive.
Oh, so they putting you like in a fucking pressure.
They put you, like, it would be like a bull. Let me see if I can pull up
This is crazy.
I'm gonna pull up a.
So they put you
They
inside.
put you
of
inside of
something?
a hollow metal bull, like copper or whatever the metal might be.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then they would start a fire. They would seal up the bull, and they would start a fire underneath you, and slowly cook you alive. It would take like a day.
Are you serious?
I'm dead
Shit.
serious. You know how some of the saints, not the saints. I'm sorry, the apostles.
Well,
Man, they 11 out of 12 apostles were like murdered really badly. Like
11 of the 12.
11 of the
apostles.
12, the original. At least as far as history tells us.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's actually true or not, because when you go back 2,000 years, things might get a little fuzzy, you know.
Yeah.
But according to what the history books say,
I'm going to have to look that up, man.
like one of them supposedly got like melting hot metal rods shoved up his butt. That's how they killed him.
Ooh.
One of them they like cut in half, but they had him hanging upside down. They cut him in half from the bottom up, but he was like hanging upside down, so it was like they had a big saw that cut him in half. Oh yeah, starting with your genitals first. Genitals first. Yeah, until you finally die, and you'd be alive the whole time they're cutting, sawing through you. You know what I mean? Can you imagine? And the crucifixions though, they weren't all nearly as fast as what happened to Jesus. Like most of them took like 3 to 5, 7 days, because you didn't die from anything except for like either being exposed to the elements, like if you froze to death, or if you just didn't have enough water. So you die from, not what do they call it? Dehydration. Like you would die from dehydration.
But I mean, with them nailing your wrist and your ankles,
they didn't nail them. They
out.
didn't always nail your wrists and your ankles.
Oh,
like
okay.
most of the time, they like just tied you up. Like that was a special case.
That was a special just for him.
That's what I've read.
So
I'm not sure if it's true.
Just tie you, just let you just lay out in the sun or in the cold, and the vultures come pick at you, and ants eat you.
There ain't nothing you can do. You just sit up there on the cross.
Just take it.
Yeah.
Man, that's wild.
Until you finally die. What was I looking up? Oh yeah, the bull.
The bull.
The burning bull.
The cooking of humans. But yeah, medieval times punishments was way worse.
The brazen bull, Greek execution method. Here we go.
Turn the volume down.
Brazen bull was a method of torture and execution designed by the ancient Greeks. While it was an extremely painful and horrific way to die, as far as torture goes, it would have at least been relatively quick. The device was constructed entirely out of bronze and shaped like a bull with a door on the side. The condemned would be placed inside the bull, and then a fire would be lit underneath. As the fire heated up the bronze, the person inside would be cooked alive. According to legend, it was even designed with some sort of acoustical apparatus that would convert the sounds of the screaming into the sounds of a bull. It was also claimed that when the body was removed, the bones shone like jewels and were made into bracelets. Fun.
That was crazy. And you telling me they would take the bones of the deceased and use it to turn into jewelry?
Oh, it was.
I've heard it all, man.
Back in the day.
That's wild.
Oh, here's one. Here we go.
The tyrant looks down at the weeping man and shakes his head. The prisoner has done nothing wrong except speak out against the mad king of Akragas. You've been sentenced to death for your actions. My rule shall not be questioned, Phalaris says with disgust. He points to a large metallic creature resting on a platform. Throw him in the bull, Phalaris signals to the guards. I want to watch the beast come alive with the screams of this traitor. This is the story of one of the most barbaric and painful torture devices ever created, the brazen bull. There are accounts from ancient Greece and Rome describing the brazen bull being used to execute prisoners in one of the cruelest ways possible. A victim would be thrown into the statue, the door secured behind them. Then a fire would be lit under the bronze bull, increasing the temperature inside to unbearable levels. The person within its belly would literally be cooked alive. The victims of the brazen bull were not only put through unbearable amounts of pain for long periods of time, but their death was sometimes turned into a spectacle for the amusement of others. Before we get into the brutal history of the brazen bull and where it came from, let's examine the terrible nature of the device. How did it work? What would it be like to be inside the belly of this bronze statue when a fire was lit underneath? Tortured to death in the belly
How
of a
sick
brass
that can
beast.
be
Let's
if you're
follow one.
amused by that. You heard that people are amused by that. They were amused by somebody being burnt
Oh.
alive.
Almost as bad as being amused by it. Never mind.
Yeah. No, I let it out.
No, I can't because it involves somebody. I'm not gonna.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
You told me I can't do this. I don't know.
And then they got it where it makes a noise like the bull.
Yeah,
They got a built-in horn or something up in there. There you go, right there. They were just showing it. Go back to the diagram where it showed the horn that come out of his nose. The brazen bull.
There was some movie that had it in it one time that I saw, and like the dude like rescued him, but he was like too late, and there was like smoke coming off of him, and they were like they couldn't even breathe or nothing.
They cooked his inside.
Man. Could you imagine being cooked slowly on a pit roast or something? I mean, at least we killed animals before we like roast them alive.
But being cooked alive gotta be just one of the worst.
Oh man, I couldn't even.
Cause think about it, you can't even breathe hot air.
No.
So you burn and suffocate at the same time.
You're just
See the little horn?
Yeah, there it is right there.
Make the little noise.
Yeah. And there would be smoke coming out of the front of the bull. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it'd be cooking them up.
You cooking them up.
They probably eat them too. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. If you can cook somebody in a bull, in a bronze bull, slow cook them in a bull, I guarantee you somebody's going to try and eat it.
Somebody's going to take a bite.
Somebody's going to get some barbecue sauce. Somebody going to get some ranch and have them a wing. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hell of a wing.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, man, how big a human wing would be.
I'm just saying. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
Look how big a thigh meat is.
If you can already do that,
they ate
that ain't nothing.
I believe they ate them as a sacrifice.
Well,
they made sandwiches out of them.
Well,
like roast beef sandwiches.
I bet they were so good too. Bet they tastes like chicken.
Put a little Tony Satcher. Hey, put a little Tony Satcher on it.
Put some of that slap your mama on there.
Slap your mama. Make some juice sauce.
Oh, yeah.
For it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I inject it with
that reminds me of Hannibal, like eating the brain to that dude while he was still talking. You remember that?
Oh yeah, that was
Ray
Ray Liotta.
Had the fondue pot next to him, and he'd slice off a little piece of his brain and put it up in there and like cook it up and then eat it. Oh man.
Yeah, that was Ray Liotta. May he rest in peace.
Oh yeah, Bray.
You gotta make me go watch that. That Hannibal was good.
All the Hannibals were good.
Man, that's great.
They had a miniseries.
I never watched the.
I didn't watch the miniseries yet.
But all the movies was amazing.
Oh yeah,
Buffalo,
because they all. You know why?
Why?
They all had Anthony Hopkins in them.
Oh man.
Except for the first one.
That's another great voice.
The first one had Cowboy Bill in it. Wasn't that his name?
Yeah. Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill. My
Because
bad.
he likes to skin his humps.
Yeah. It puts the lotion on the skin or it gets the humps again.
Rub his skin.
Put the damn lotion on. And that poor girl just like in the middle of a 10-foot deep hole. Oh man. See, that's the difference between us and y'all. That's what. That's what we grew up with. We grew up with Hannibal.
Told us that also.
And Saw, the very first Saw, that came out when we was coming out.
But that also kept us from doing a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Once you see certain shit, you're not gonna get involved.
Yeah.
You don't want no parts.
And especially, you remember Final Destination?
Oh man, you know they got a new one they working on coming out.
You never got behind a log truck after that. You like got off the interstate.
I wouldn't go nowhere. I stopped driving on the interstate cause of Final Destination.
But yeah, man, they used to burn people alive inside the bull.
Burn them at the stake.
No, that's easy compared to that. Burn them if you get burned at the stake. The quickest way you die is from not having any breath. Mm-hmm. Like so, you die of asphyxiation, I believe. Oh. I mean, you're still cooking pretty quick.
Still cooking.
You still are, but I mean, you're not going to die from having your feet cooked off or your legs cooked off. You know what I'm saying?
But you still
because you're not bleeding. You're getting cauterized at the same time.
Yeah, it's real.
So, but if you can't breathe, then that's pray to God that's how you die.
All the fat ones, the juicy.
I'm just saying, if you got to wait until that fire reaches all the way to your heart before you die,
Well, no, like I said, you
Oh, my
suffocate
Lord.
because the hot air, the oxygen, the air gets so hot you can't breathe it.
Yeah,
you know,
it
your
should.
throat start cutting off.
Yeah, it should.
So yeah, so
I hope so.
Yeah.
I could only hope. I mean, I ain't never had it. I ain't never experienced it. I don't ever.
Well, let's talk about
try
when it's really hot, how you have to gas
Oh,
for
yeah.
air almost. So
Oh, yeah.
you know, just like when it says people, they usually find people that with hypothermia naked because their mind is tricking them into thinking that it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they freeze, they're like, why are they naked? But they naked because their mind is trying to help them cope with being in the frozen ice.
What?
So they get naked, thinking they're naked, but it's a mental thing.
You know, they just rescued a girl in Bossier or Halton or something like that. She was an elderly lady. She had dementia.
What was she?
She was just walking down the middle of the woods.
Are you serious?
And it was
For how
like
long? Though?
30 or 40 degrees outside.
How long? She was just walking
it
around?
was like two, maybe 3 days at the most. But they sent the dogs out and like they caught her scent and they found her. And like they brought her back home. She was fine.
That's so good.
But she had like dementia. I mean, she just wandered off by herself. She just wanted to go in the woods, I guess.
That's so.
She didn't know where she was. She didn't know how she got there. You know.
Yeah.
It's just. If it ever gets to that point for me, I hope something else happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'd hate to just die out in the middle of the woods by myself and don't even know where I'm at. Don't even know how I got there. You know. That's got to be terrifying, man.
Yeah, I think it is. I think people that go through dementia are always terrified. That's why they be so combative too.
See, that's why I'd prefer to take care of my mom than have anybody else take care of her.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's pretty self-sufficient most of the time, but I mean, I see all these nursing homes around here.
Oh man,
that makes me so sad, man.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to take. I mean, they took care of you for 18 years. Why can't you take care of them for the last years of their life? That's just my opinion.
True.
It's just my opinion. I mean, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, it ain't that. It's just people look at the fact that they don't have to. You know, that's fucked up.
But I'm just saying, most people, when you put them in a retirement home, what's the next thing you hear about them? They hurt themselves. Oh, they passed away. Or the nurse didn't change their pants for like 3 days, and they just crapped all over themselves for 3 days straight, and they were sitting in it.
Sleeping in their own feces.
Yeah. I could never do that to my mom. I know that. That's crazy, man. There's no way.
Who could, dog?
People do it all the time. People do it all the time.
Who would want their loved ones to go through that?
Well, then why do we have so many nursing homes? Not bad.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I mean, it's a literal industry.
Yeah,
Do you know how many nursing homes are just around here? And this isn't a big city.
Yeah, but
you got to think about that. How many around here?
But how many old people don't want to be bothered and still want their own independence too?
Some of them don't, but there's a lot of them that wouldn't mind.
They do be like, because I know I worked at a nursing home, so I know. Some
Well, that's a little different. You know, if they want to be independent and they don't want to, stay with anybody else, that's on them. But I mean, the way the nursing homes take care of people around here, or at least around the country, it's not just around here. It's like everywhere. Like they're just there for a check. They ain't there to take care of your parents.
You don't think so? You don't think they care?
I've given rides to many people that work at the retirement homes, and they talk about how sad it is there, and that nobody cares, and like the residents are always getting left in their own crap, and never getting like their diaper. I mean, once you get that old, your diaper, you got to wear diapers again. You're back to being a baby, I guess. But I mean, they don't change them for like 3 days. They sleep in their crap and pee for like 3 days. Yeah. They don't feed them like maybe once a day. And you gotta look at workers nowadays. Anyway, they're always on their phones. They ain't worried about their job. They're worried about their phones.
Yeah.
You know how many times I see people just staring at their phones?
Yeah.
Constantly. I mean, put it down. Damn.
But they can't.
Oh, I know.
It drives them nuts.
When I was at physical therapy last week, there was a younger kid there. He was in high school. And he was in there supposed to be doing physical therapy because he had like a broken knee or something like that. But the whole time, he was just playing on his phone. The whole time. Just playing on his phone, playing on his phone. And I'm like, looking at him, and he's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit because this is the way I am, I guess. It's like, you're supposed to be doing what this physical therapist tells you to do so you can get better.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting here playing on your damn phone. And I just want to, happen to me,
He's just having a good time.
I try and think that way, and then now that happened to me, he just wants to slap the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying?
If you slap the shit out of them, what you gonna get? You ain't gonna get nothing out of it because it ain't gonna change who they are.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of amazing what happened, though. The PT came over there, and she's like, look, I really need you to get off your damn phone. Because we need you to concentrate on what you're doing here so you can get better faster. Don't you want to get better faster? He was like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so he got off his phone. And then after he did, I introduced myself to him. I shook his hand. And we had an actual conversation without him being on his phone. And I was shocked. I was amazed. I was like, this dude can actually talk to me without being on his phone. I was amazed.
Amazing.
I was like, oh my God, there's hope.
There's hope.
There's hope. Thank you, God. There's hope.
You wild.
Because I ain't had much hope these days. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, look, if right now, if all the power went out, all the internet went out, who would you be dependent on to know what to do?
Me.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you be dependent on anybody that's anywhere from age from 18 to maybe 27-ish?
No.
No, not at all. They don't even know how to make a fire. You know what I mean? They don't even know to like buy a lighter just so they can make a fire if they ever need to. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's just like
I know how to make them fire up a battery and a piece of wire.
yeah, battery piece of wire. You use that.
All kind of stuff.
You can use
Magnifying
wood.
glass, magnifying glass.
All it takes is 2 pieces of wood to make a fire.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really that hard. Or you just go buy some flint, or you buy a lighter.
Yeah.
Like $1.99 for a lighter. Look, I got fire.
Find me two
Or
nice.
guess what? Guess what else they got? They got matches. Yeah. These kids these days don't know that. I mean, they might have a lighter for like if they're like smoking cigarettes or something. That's about it. But they couldn't live off the land or nothing like that.
Well,
They don't know how to hunt.
true. But
Very few of them. I'm sure there's some of them that do, but not many at all.
you're probably right.
Yeah. And like we would have to be the ones to like help them, or we would have to be the ones to put them down.
Either or, huh? Either or. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't want to have to put them down, but
But
I mean,
somebody gotta
if they
do it.
can't make it, they can't make it. You know what
I
I mean?
can't help it.
We're gonna put them on the front lines.
I'm
You know what
sorry.
saying?
I had to let you go.
Well, I ain't trying to, but I mean, if you can't live without your phone for days on end, then you're just not gonna make it. Number one. That's the thing about people your age and my age.
What's that?
We love playing on our phones. Okay, we love being on social media.
Yeah, true.
We love.
But you know what?
I try and use
I have
mine.
moments where I don't even want to touch a phone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I go out and I lock my phone in the car
Oh yeah.
because I really want to enjoy the moment. You know. So I at one time and I got, you know what? I was one of the last people I know to get a cell phone. You may not believe this. I ain't get a cell phone until 2009. Prior to that, I always had a house phone and no beepers because my whole premise was, if I ain't at home, I don't want you to know where I'm at. So that's why I never did get no cell phone. You know what I'm saying? But hell, my daughters, probably both of them had cell phones before I did.
Yeah.
If you didn't catch me at the house, you wasn't gonna catch me, buddy. So yeah, and I was old school because I had a answer machine with a cassette tape in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
We had them.
So I was slow
When
on
you
the
could
cell
record
phone.
your own greeting on there?
Yeah, sure.
You press the button and be like,
thank
beep.
y'all. I would have Marvin Gaye playing in the background.
Uh-huh.
Thank y'all for calling. I'm not in to take this call, but we
Mm-hmm.
need your name and number and a brief message, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
You remember them punks that was like, hello? And then they'd wait a little bit. And then be like, what are you talking about? Or they'd be just doing something like that. And just play you like you're actually talking to them.
Right,
But it's really a recorded message.
Hello?
I used to hate them.
Wait, hold on for a minute. Let me go check something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, I ain't at home right now. They be mad as hell. They be cussing
Be like,
me out.
your mama.
My mom got mad at it. I did my mom because she'll be in the store talking and everything.
Oh, yeah. Dude, one of them got me bad. One time I was like, yeah, what's going on? What's going on? I'm not here right now, but if you leave a message, and then it's like, you mama.
I can hear my mom. You
Boy.
need to fix that shit.
When I got back hold of that dude, I was like, hey, dude, you need to change that right now. Yeah, that was back in the day. But that's the thing. I'm sure people would adapt, but I think it would traumatize a lot of people. Honestly, not being able to be on Facebook.
I'm gonna just be honest. I miss the way things used to be.
Well, that's why I just try to use my phone for like knowledge. Like I just try to learn stuff from my phone. Like whether I'm on Instagram or Facebook. Look, if I'm on Facebook most times, it's kind of boring. You don't really learn much on Facebook.
Well, my thing is I like engaging people. So I missed when you didn't have cell phones. When you had to commute to get to know somebody, you had to actually talk to them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't. I missed that. I missed that whole interaction. I miss carrying a dime or a quarter in your pocket for the payphone.
Oh yeah.
So that being,
we keep quarters just for the arcade games.
Yeah.
And the arcade games would be inside the gas stations.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't do that no more.
Circle K used to have some pretty decent ones right there.
Yeah, it had back then it was 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And it had Galaga and Donkey Kong. Yeah. The one on the corner of Greenwood and Curtis.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would walk right up there. That's back when they had chili dogs.
Oh yeah. They got chili dogs now. You got to go to the bigger Circle K.
Yeah. The big one over there on Line Avenue.
Yeah.
The Kings Highway.
Most of them have them, but not that. That one's not even Circle K no more. That one got bought out.
It's something else.
Yeah, it's something else. They got the Hunt Brothers Pizza though.
The Hunt's Brothers
Which
Pizza.
I will never eat.
And the crispy, crunchy chicken. Those are the cuisine of every gas station in Shreveport.
There was a. My family's been in town, so we went out to eat, and on North Market, it used to be just Silver Star, right? Silver Star Barbecue.
Yeah, down there by the little fitness, down there across the street from
on left hand.
Yeah.
Look, if you go up North Market from Martin Luther King, and it'll be up on the left. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
If you get off on 49 and then get on North Market, then it'll be on your right. Okay.
Yeah.
They've combined 3 restaurants into one. It's now Silver Star, Monjuni's, and it's a cupcake place too.
All in that one.
All
strip
3
building.
in that one place.
Then it's the workout place at the end.
Yeah. No, well, I don't know about the end. I know right next to it there's like a
But
dental.
at the very far end, it's a little.
I'm not sure. I just know in the the one next to it there was like a dentist place. It was like a dentist place. But yeah, you can get barbecue, or you can get Monjuni's, or you can get cupcakes. Yeah. All 3 in the same place. I walked in that place and I looked at my daughter and I was like, am I in the future? Like, is every restaurant in one place now?
Yes.
I was like, that's pretty cool, actually.
Greedy.
I was like, I can go whatever I want here. Like, and they pretty much had everything, man. Like, they had burgers, they had chicken, they had, Monjuni's is always good anyway.
Oh, man, Monjuni's. I like their lasagna.
I like their sweet sauce. A lot of people don't like the sweet sauce.
No, I don't like the sweet sauce.
Well, they got sweet sauce.
Yeah, that's why you can get the lasagna without the sweet sauce.
Oh, yeah, you can get the basil sauce, too. I forgot about
I
basil
love
sauce.
the basil.
Yeah, with basil.
The basil sauce, I hurt myself.
I love the sweet sauce myself. It tastes so good.
Why is that?
Have you ever had the meatball nachos?
The Meatball who?
The meatball nachos. It's their garlic bread that they just give you for sitting at the table, right? And they
Yes.
put, you know how big their meatballs are, right?
They're humongous.
Oh yeah, they put one of those on every one of them, and there's like 2 or 4 of them, and then they put cheese on top, and then they serve it with like their sauce.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
With the basil sauce.
whichever one you want.
The basil sauce.
I like sweet sauce
With the nachos.
because I'm so sweet.
The nachos.
That's what they call them, those nachos. Even it's like garlic bread, but their meatballs are
I don't
huge,
care. I know.
ginormous.
They make some good food. Though.
Meat.
I went to them when they was on Benton Road.
Oh yeah, the one on Benton Road's good. There used to be one on Mansfield a long time ago.
Yeah, the one on Benton Road got dim lights.
Mhm.
You go, but they only stay open late on Fridays and Saturdays. Though.
Yeah, the place we went to, they closed at 8:00. I was like, it's Friday night, you're gonna close it? No, it was Saturday night. I was like, it's Saturday night, you're gonna close at 8? I'm like,
Wow.
okay.
Cause the one on Benton Road, it closes at like it don't stay open that late.
And then they were closed on Sundays too.
Yeah, I used to like Ralph and Calcouls.
I can't believe it's still there.
Yeah, until I got into it with a waiter.
What'd you get into it with them?
Because I asked for another tea bag. I said I wanted another cup of tea. I asked for another some more tea. What's wrong?
You asked for another what?
Another cup of tea.
No, that ain't what you said, son. That's not what you said.
Pause. So I was sick, right? So
Okay.
they had brought me a tea,
Mhm.
So they bring you a cup of hot water, the tea bag, the lemon, and all that. So I asked for another cup. They said
Another cup or another tea bag?
both.
Both of them, okay.
Tea. Well, why you just can't get some more hot water? I say, well, in that case, you ain't gonna charge me for a second cup of tea, are you?
Mm-hmm.
See,
Mhm.
but and they did,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I said, no, you can't charge me again. All you gave was some hot water.
Yeah.
So yeah, they some really, dirty rascals, man. You have to be aware of shit that you run up into when you
That's crazy.
go to certain places. Yeah.
See, like we was at another restaurant Friday night, and I used to be a restaurant manager, so I was telling people around me, I was like, if I was like the manager here, I would have pulled a couple people to the side by now. And it was supposed to be a good place. I ain't gonna say the name of it because I don't want to disparage nobody. But like, they sold like Southern food.
What
You
is
know,
Southern food?
Like po' boys,
Po' boys.
like
that's the sandwich of the
crab, like Southern seafood type place.
South.
But they also had like I don't even remember.
Is it
I had a burger.
Is it a chain place or a locally owned place?
I'm not sure. I know there's 2 of them.
It's 2 of them
There are 2 of them.
in this area.
Yeah. This one happened to be out on Southern Loop. I'm not going to mention the name of the restaurant because I don't want to wish anybody any ill will. I'm not sure if they were understaffed in the kitchen or what.
Well, you should.
But like there was 20 of us there. Okay,
It was 20 of y'all.
there was 20 of us.
That's a nice size party.
It's a big size party. It is, and I give that to him. But my brother gave him plenty of notice, and he told him that we was going to rent the place out, like rent out a room at the place.
Sound like y'all had a good time. I
Oh.
wish I was invited.
Look, we did, but I mean, it was for his wife's 50th birthday.
I could have brought a gift.
Oh, yeah. Nobody brought a gift, really. I don't think. But I mean, the food was really good.
Was it? Was it hot and fresh?
It was hot and fresh, but here's the thing:
Let's hear it.
they brought it out over the period of almost 20 to 30 minutes.
Mm.
Like all the main dishes,
Uh-huh.
it took them between 20 to 30 minutes to bring everything out. Like they bring out like 3 or 4 people's food,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then like 5 or 10 minutes to go by. And then they bring out like 4 or 5 more people's food,
But that's probably.
and then like another 5,
you
10
know
minutes
what?
to go by.
Well, what that sounded like was they was cooking it fresh.
Well, they were,
But
but
I don't mind waiting. If my food's coming fresh, I will wait. I'm
well,
patient.
I didn't have a problem with that. But here's the thing:
wouldn't.
right after that,
You have appetizers?
Oh yeah, we had appetizers, and they screwed up on one of them.
What's the problem?
Well, we had ordered 3. We only got 2. We think somebody at the other end of the table probably got ours.
Got shot one. Yeah.
But we still said we needed the other one because we like food.
Oh, I think everybody likes food.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I've yet to find a human that says, I don't like food at all. I keep that food away from me. I only do liquids.
oh, it's nice. It was good, though. I mean, their hush puppies were great. They were awesome. They were nice. You could tell they were homemade, too.
Oh, yeah, they had they had that thick, gritty cornmeal.
And they were big, too.
I like hush puppies. I like when they crispy on the edge.
But here's the thing. Like the next day for lunch, we went to Orlando's, right?
Okay. On the lake.
And Orlando's,
the old Port-au-Prince restaurant.
I will always give that place 5 stars every time I go there. Orlando's. Every time. Shout out to Orlando's.
I've never eaten there.
You haven't?
Never.
You've got to go, man. It's so damn good.
Yeah, it's too crowded for me. I don't like crowded restaurants.
It is crowded, but if you get there like they open at 11.
Okay.
You get there like 10:50. Okay, you'll be one of the first people to get sat.
But it's still, man.
And you can always sit at the bar if you don't want to eat inside the dining room.
I can sit at the bar and eat.
You can sit at the bar and eat.
I can get some wings.
Yeah.
And some booze.
Man.
Wings and a beer. They got a nice TV at the bar.
Whenever they turn them on.
Well, I mean, it's
the Cross Lake Inn, man. I go there to see the Cross Lake. Man, I like the nature scenery myself.
Man, I'm going there to get lit. Man.
Well, I mean, you can go get lit. I try not to get lit at restaurants because it costs too damn much, number one.
No, it don't. You just got to know how to pick. You got to watch their menu. I know how to get lit.
I remember I went to one Mexican restaurant, and it was like $10 a shot for some whiskey. I'm like, what?
That's nothing. I've been some places with $10 shots. It's like $25.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, they're out there.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm serious. I literally went and got 2 shots and said to myself, for what I just paid, I could have bought 2 bottles of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And not just some garbage. 2 bottles of Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
I could have kicked myself.
Yeah, I told that to.
But
it was a bartender at. It was a bartender back at back when it was El Dorado. I asked him for a shot of Knob Creek, and it was like $20. And I was like, "You do realize I could buy almost a 5th for $20, right?" Yeah. He's like, "I understand, but that's just what they charge."
That's what they charge on the boats.
And he had already poured it, so it's not like Knob Creek, yeah, it's pretty good whiskey, man.
Uncle Nearest is good too.
Huh?
Uncle Nearest is
Uncle
good.
Nearest, okay.
Yeah. Jameson is another favorite of mine.
Woodbridge.
Woodbridge, yeah.
Very good. Angel's Envy.
I had 2 bottles of that. I about forgot in the parking lot. I'm serious, 3/5 of it.
Oh, yeah.
I was sipping it after.
Oh, that stuff is so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't go wrong with a good, a fine whiskey, a scotch.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're great.
Like
And you got to slow. If you really don't like whiskey or you think you hate it, it's.
You know what?
It's kind of an acquired taste to some people, but to some people, they take it to like a fish out of water, you know?
Well, I'm going to tell you about whiskey. When people say they don't like whiskey, I say, no, you just ain't found the whiskey that you like yet.
Yeah.
You do that. Because you got to realize, and I tell people that all the time, like people say, oh, I can't tell that beer is nasty. No, the beer you had is nasty to you. They make beer out of everything now. Sam Adams got like 31 flavors, like ice cream or beer or something?
See, back when we was growing up, though, beer was an acquired taste.
Yeah, but see now they got so many different types of beer.
They got strawberry, lemonade. Yeah, it's like Bubba Gump talking about shrimp.
We got strawberry beer, pumpkin beer, apple beer. We got beers with pineapples.
We got shrimp beer. We got Barstow Bubble beer. We got it's just like damn.
We got Allendale Lakeside beer. We got Cooper Road beer. We got every beer that you can think of. You know what I'm saying? We got the Dirty Draws beer.
Yeah, back when we was growing up, it was Coors Light, Miller Lite, Bud Light.
Hey, that's what I'm gonna name my.
And
liquor.
that's it.
That's what I'm gonna name my whiskey. The Dirty Draws.
Dirty Draw.
Dirty Draws. Dirty Draws whiskey.
Man, as much as whiskey's gone up lately, I'd love to figure out how to actually make my own.
Hey, we should do that.
Because
I was looking up a little distillery kit on Amazon.
I know you can make vodka out of potatoes.
Oh, man, just think about it.
I'll take some
A whiskey
potatoes.
with a slight maple hint in it. Oh my goodness, man. I would. I'm saying
Look,
my whiskey.
as long as it tastes like whiskey and it gets me drunk, I don't care.
Mine have a little hint. I'm serious. I always want to make a whiskey with a hint of maple and a little sweetness to it. And that way it'll be real smooth. When you drink a whole bottle, and you just be just hanging out.
See, I tried a different bottle of whiskey like every week for like 6 or 8 months.
A different
bottle of whiskey every week for like 6 or 8 months. I mean, you can do that.
My hat's off to your liver.
I mean, you ain't even got to be a drunk to do that. I mean, it's one per week.
That's a lot of whiskey, Mike.
No, it's
at the end of the month, that's
a fifth of whiskey per week. That's too much. I don't think so. But you know,
no, I guess.
I mean, that's not really that much. I mean, back in my day, a fifth wouldn't last me a night.
So you've come a long way.
Yeah. I never got the small bottles of whiskey. I always got the half gallons back in the day.
You gotta have it.
Yeah, because I didn't want to have to go back. You know, especially after I already drunk a fifth. I ain't trying to go back. No, I'm good. I'd just rather buy the big bottle and get it over with. If I didn't have that much the next day, I could go right back to the liquor store. You know, but a hint of maple and what?
A hint of maple.
With
a little like sweetness, but not like a sugary sweetness, kind of like almost to
like a honey.
Yeah, like a honey.
Ooh.
Oh man, it'd be so smooth.
Have you ever tried Angel's Envy? Angel's Envy?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a little pricey now, but it's really good.
Okay.
Angel's Envy is really good. The best like cheap whiskey you can get is Evan Williams by far. Evan Williams.
I don't want a cheap one.
I'm just look, the way it tastes for the price you pay, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Evan
I'm just
Williams.
saying. Evan Williams in the black. I got the black label on Evan Williams.
It won't make me sick with it.
Nah.
Okay, I'm taking you.
Evan Williams it's just whiskey. It's good whiskey.
That's a good whiskey.
But there's also Buffalo Trace. That's pretty good too. Have you tried that?
No.
Buffalo Trace might be what you're looking for actually. I think it has a little bit of mesquite, a little bit of honey taste to it.
Okay.
It's pretty good, and it
hint
doesn't
of
cost that
honey.
much either.
Had a little hint of honey to it.
Yeah.
You know, with with a little sweetness at the end. Not a real strong sweetness, but just a very hint.
Yeah.
But you still had a slight little whiskey bite when you're
Oh
drinking.
yeah. I think Buffalo Trace is what you're looking for.
I'm working on it. I'm gonna order my stuff.
Yeah.
The beginner's kit ain't number $60.
To make some whiskey?
Yeah. The beginner's kit $60.
Really?
With all the materials you need on Amazon. I've been looking into getting, making my own little liqueurs.
It's probably a good idea because the price of whiskey's gone up like $10 a bottle.
Yeah.
In the past year alone.
Especially I can make a nice whiskey with a good flavor to it.
Like if you look at the price of like vodka compared to the price of whiskey, vodka is way cheaper than whiskey right now.
I know, which
like
is
big
weird.
time.
Which it used to be the other way around.
I don't know. It makes me want to just start drinking vodka instead of whiskey.
Yeah.
But once you get used to drinking whiskey, nothing.
You'll never go back.
Yeah, you can't nothing really replace it.
You'll never be the same.
No, you won't. And if you find a woman that can drink whiskey with like no ice cubes, like neat, You know what I mean? No water in there, just straight pour whiskey.
Straight pour and just down.
And she can just eat. She ain't got to down it. She can just sip on it all night as long as she gets drunk on it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you get a woman that can do that, you better marry her quick, son.
Why?
I'm just saying.
Why I better marry her?
Because
What's
she'd be like the best partner you ever had, I guarantee.
the best whiskey sipper.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
At least you have one thing in common. Think about it that
You're
way.
right.
I mean, and y'all could just taste whiskey for the end of the day.
Let's go around the whiskey tastings all over the country.
You know, there's a bourbon trail.
Hey.
It goes up through Kentucky and Tennessee and all that.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's like a vacation, but it takes you through like all the bourbon distilleries in America
I think that's
up on the East Coast.
I think that's something we need to look into.
You know, I was thinking about going live somewhere. Like we could go. Have you been to Louisiana Downs lately?
Man, I ain't been to Louisiana Downs in probably about 8 years.
Oh my God, they've changed a lot.
I'm sure they have.
They've got on Friday and Saturday nights. They have a live band. They actually have like a stage for a live band to be there. Friday and Saturday nights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'd
Be a lot of ladies there.
yeah.
I like to dance.
Yeah, there was a good amount. There was
I would love to go there and just give me a partner and just dance.
yeah. Well, there was these three cats there.
I love to dance.
These three dudes that was there, right?
Uh-huh.
And they was talking to the waitress, and I was waiting on the waitress to come so she'd give me something to drink. Because, I mean, you drink for free at casinos. You just got to tip the waitress. So I was just sitting there waiting for them to stop talking to her, and like they was the friendliest dudes in the world, and they was like, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" Because they saw I was in my sling. I was like, "What's wrong? You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine." And I told, like, they heard me talking to the waitress, and I was just like, "Okay." And this is the way I tell it to everyone. First, I put a $5 bill on their little cart, and I give them a $5 bill. And I say, I need you to put as much whiskey as you possibly can inside of a cup and bring it back to me.
Please.
I don't care what you have to put it. I don't care what kind of whiskey it is. It could be whatever you got. Okay.
Whatever you got, just get that whiskey to me.
Just fill it up as much as you can.
Whiskey to me.
Fill it up as much as you can, and I'll keep giving you $5 tips. Okay. And she's like, okay. I tell you what, if somebody's around me when I give you this drink, just tell them it's a whiskey and Red Bull. I was like, okay, no problem. So she brings me back like this half glass of whiskey, like it's a good amount of whiskey.
Oh yeah.
And I just down it because I was at the Downs and I was trying to gamble, you know.
See, what you do is you try to give you a beer and a whiskey.
Yeah, that's what I have after I have my second glass of whiskey. I'll have beer after that.
See, I say, give me a shot of whiskey and a beer, and keep them coming.
You see, there was one time I went up there like last year, maybe around June or July or something.
Oh, okay. So you be a man amongst the people, huh? I see you be moving around, right?
I like the Downs just because it's different, you know.
I like horses, though.
I would love to go to the races whenever they start.
Yeah, I love to go see the horses.
And plus, they put a new restaurant in there too.
And you know I'm scared of horses.
I don't know.
Well, I like to watch them run, though.
You shouldn't be. You know they have zebra races down there too.
I don't care. I ain't getting close.
All kinds of other
I
animals.
like to watch them from the stands. I don't want to be
Oh,
close to
yeah.
them. I'm
Yeah.
scared to death of horses, for real.
I don't know why.
Look how big they are.
Well,
how
yeah.
strong they are.
Yeah.
How dangerous they can be.
That's
So
why
I watched a guy get thrown off a horse once, and after that, I just looked at him different, man. They some big, strong animals, and
Well,
they're dangerous.
yeah.
Big jokers are dangerous.
Well, they can be, but most of the time they're not.
I ain't willing to challenge that though.
Why are you trying to challenge a horse?
I'm not.
You
That's why I'm
shouldn't.
not going there.
They're not. You just you seem
Them big jokers.
you got the wrong experience, man.
Them big jokers.
I mean,
are deadly.
Think about it. If you ain't got no car, would you rather have a horse or walk?
I'd rather be on the. I'll be on the elephant. Oh, yeah,
Well, unfortunately, we don't have many elephants in this part of
I
town.
still want. Back then they had Ringling Brothers. I still want from Ringling Brothers.
Oh, Ringling Brothers don't have animals no more, dude.
Back then,
Did you know that?
No, that for real. Well,
They don't have
what
no
they
more
had? Was
animals.
acrobats and clowns.
ASPCA done knocked them all out, man.
All the animals are gone from circus.
That's right.
Oh man, that was made the circus a circus.
No more animals in circuses. No more tigers, lions, bears. Oh my. None of that.
That's
No elephants, no Dumbos.
That's how you know that it's really.
Yep.
It's different, man. That's how you know stuff is different. Remember, a lot of things, and I know sometimes things have to change to progress, but
Oh yeah.
I notice a lot of stuff they just take away that they don't have anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember they used to have a miniature golf almost everywhere around here. I remember when there used to be one on, people don't remember this, but there used to be one on Juella right there in the parking lot in front of Super One.
Really?
Where that little Church's Chicken was.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a miniature golf place right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm serious.
I think we only got one here now.
What, miniature golf?
Yeah, maybe
Where?
two.
I ain't seen it.
One would be over there. That
I
place
remember-
over there off of.
And then
It's
Pub
airline.
Golf and Games was down on Mansfield Road, and they had the go-kart racetrack.
Oh, I love go karts.
Oh, man, do you? I'm working on two now.
Man,
I'm serious.
like
Those are
me, my brother, my daughter, my other brother,
two. Uh-huh.
and like 2 or 3 other family members.
Yeah.
We were at this place in New Mexico, and we all had golf carts, and we was racing against each other, and I smoked the crap out of them.
They didn't like that.
Like I lapped them twice,
They didn't like that shit.
and then they was like, "Why are you going so fast, man?"
Why
I'm
you
just
going
like,
so slow?
I'm like,
You loser.
"Don't be mad, 'cause I can drive, son."
That's what you say. Why you going so slow, you
Uh-huh.
loser?
I'd be bumping into them and everything too. Oh, I was Mario Andretti then, son.
You was dirty. Man.
I wasn't
Yeah,
dirty. I
bumping.
just
Yeah,
I
bumping.
showed them how it was, son.
Why you,
I'm here to win.
you had to bump
If
it,
you ain't
huh?
first, you're last.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you shaking, babe. But you were bumping into them, though. They ain't like that. That's what scared them right there. They thought you were going to run them off the road. Man.
Well, they gotta know who's alpha.
What you say? You going to put them in there. I said, they get out of line, you going to put them to the wall.
Well, I'm just can't take the heat.
They couldn't take it.
They couldn't take it.
I bet they could.
It was funny though.
You ran
I was
off-
like, "Are y'all gonna ever try and catch me or anything?"
You ran them off the track. That's dirty.
We're just here to have fun. We're not ready. Oh yeah, of course you say that now that I'm beating your butts. Okay.
I'll beat
Yeah,
your
mhm.
ass, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Of course you would say that now. We just here. You know, somebody like starts off in a race, and then later on, after they're getting just killed, it's like, "Oh well, we're just here to have fun." Just like,
That's just like that sound
that's
like
just
some-
sorry.
That sound like some loser. Say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you wouldn't be having fun when you was trying to beat me.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden you lost. Now you were just having fun.
That's
Going
some,
up to it.
that sounds like something Mariana would say.
No, I don't know who you talking about. I don't speak on people like that. I ain't editing out nothing. I don't know what he's talking about, people.
Hoop.
I don't know who.
Say what?
Who?
Huh?
What?
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 Huh?
Man, I don't know what you talking about.
I don't know what you're doing.
But yeah. All I know is.
Have you haven't been to Orlando's though?
No, I've never eaten that.
Oh my God! I might have to take your black card from you, sir.
Oh, so now you're doing what
Oh.
Biden doing, huh?
I might have to take your black card, sir.
If you don't eat Orlando,
Boy, I'm
you
just-
ain't black.
I'm just saying.
If you a street for know he's in Orlando, you ain't black. And I don't know who started that because I don't got nothing against Orlando's. I just ain't.
Man.
It ain't like I don't. It ain't like they got food.
Well-
I've looked at their menu, so it's plenty.
They got
would
food.
Enjoy.
Oh yeah.
They do. They have a great menu.
Mm-hmm. And they bring all the
But-
food out at the same time, and it's all hot too.
Yeah, but my thing is they be so when I drive past it, they be so crowded. I just get deterred.
Well, you either got to get there early, Or just go sit at
I
the
want
bar.
to go and sit down and have me a good little meal, and a
Just-
couple of
yeah,
beers,
just go to the
a
bar.
nice dessert.
Just go to the bar.
Get my belly full. Just sit
I think
back.
they even got bread pudding there.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bread pudding.
yes.
In case y'all don't know what bread pudding is,
Who don't?
it is a southern delicacy.
My mom and my grandma used to make it.
Yeah. It's hard to find some good bread pudding, though. A lot of places
my
mess
mama
it
can
up.
make some good bread pudding. That's the problem is she don't be wanting to.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about like at restaurants, though.
I'm gonna tell you something. You want to know a secret to the bread pudding?
What is it?
I'm gonna share this with y'all.
Oh.
There's 3 secrets you can put in there that'll change the whole game. Lemon juice, vanilla.
Lemon juice?
Yeah. Vanilla extract and
Yeah.
cream cheese.
Yeah. I can see the second two. I can't see the first one.
Trust me.
I don't understand the lemon juice.
The lemon juice gonna bind with that. The lemon juice
I
gonna
would
really
think-
enhance the vanilla. I'm serious. Trust me on this, cause I put it in my cheesecakes too. Trust me on this, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Don't discredit me on this. Don't.
I'm not discrediting you.
I'm telling you.
I just want a sample. That's all.
I'm telling you.
I mean,
It'll
we're
change
talking about
the
bread pudding here. I mean,
Hey, I've made my fair share of bread puddings.
oh, so you're a chef then,
Man,
sir?
I've cooked a lot.
Are you a dessert chef, sir?
I've worked in a bakery.
Oh.
Yeah, I've done my fair share of food
Well,
service work.
Well, I expect bread pudding then next time.
Hey,
Next time I roll up,
hey.
oh, I need to see some bread pudding with
You're
this
gonna be
lemon
jealous
juice in
now.
it.
You're gonna be jealous.
With the lemon juice in it.
It's gonna have what I just told you. You're gonna like, you're like this bread pudding is so rich, it's so smooth. It just, it speaks to my inner palate.
Mm.
Because one thing I do know is sweets, man. I know my way around with some sweets. I always have a sweet tooth, man. How you think I got this big?
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, that sweet tooth is talking to me.
So my brother's wife, she like turned 50, and they got a birthday cake for her, right?
Uh-huh.
And I ate a piece of it, and I shouldn't have never eaten a piece of it.
Why not?
Man, that thing was so sweet. it was death by chocolate.
It was chocolate.
Oh, it was chocolate cake.
With chocolate icing?
It had white chocolate. It had regular chocolate, like regular, what do they call it? I forgot. Milk chocolate.
Oh, God.
And then it had dark chocolate. And then it had like all kind of chocolate chips.
Oh, God.
And
Y'all hear the level of chocolate on
Man.
this man's cake.
like, I might have lost a foot after I ate that damn thing. Like it probably,
I'm so jealous.
it was probably enough sugar to last me for the entire year.
Ooh.
And it was like a small little slice of cake. It wasn't. It was maybe like an
Who
inch
made
wide.
it? That's what I need.
I don't remember, but I'm gonna find
You
out.
need to find out because I'm just going to get one of them.
Because oh my God,
I'm
like
gonna get one.
I,
Give
dude,
me
I
some
thought
homemade
I was gonna
Bluebell
go blind.
vanilla. Go with it.
I thought I was gonna go blind.
Wow, it was that
Like
sweet.
like that's how high it was gonna spike my blood sugar.
Oh.
Like it was gonna make
It
me
was gonna shut you
immediately
down.
lose my sight. They were
It
gonna have
was
to come
shut
and
you down.
amputate my fucking legs.
Woo.
You know, that's how sweet it
That's a hell
was.
of a sugar, man.
I was like, oh, like you ever had so much sugar it's just too much?
There's no such thing as
Oh,
too
there
much.
is. Yeah, there is.
Now
That-
what I'm coming wild.
This was an example of it.
Yeah.
Like it was so much sugar it made me sneeze. Have you ever had that much sugar?
Nah, I ain't never had it like that.
See?
Nah.
Yeah.
No, I've never had
Yeah.
so
And
much sugar that I
Like my
sneezed from.
body like was trying to reject it by making me sneeze.
Are you serious?
It was just like, stop! I'm gonna make you sneeze. So you're not gonna eat any more of this while I'm sneezing. So stop it right now.
You're gonna hurt us. when you hurt us, you hurt me too. When you hurt you hurt us too.
Yeah, the little dudes running my brain was like, make him sneeze, make him stop,
Yeah,
make him
make him
sneeze, make him stop.
That sugar's an overload.
Yeah. Oh man, it was. Oh God, it was so good.
That's crazy, man.
Like
That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever ate a cake that decadent before with so much chocolate.
Yeah, but it still sounds good.
and it was like sweet chocolate.
I don't even want a whole piece. I just want enough to taste all the flavors together.
Like, if you just ate like one of the, like it was a 3-layer cake, and all of them were chocolate layers, right?
Yeah.
And in between each layer, there was like chocolate icing. Yeah.
Ooh,
And it was on.
You telling me this?
And it was like on the, it was like on the back of it and on top of it too. So it had
Why
like,
you telling me this, man?
it had like 3 layers of like the solid chocolate icing
Can anybody out
in
there make me
between
that cake?
chocolate cake. And
Can
then it
anybody-
was like
can
white,
anybody out
like
here in
I'm
New Orleans
saying.
make me this cake,
It had dark
please?
chocolate, white chocolate,
beg
and
of
milk
you.
chocolate. And like I took one bite of it.
Who can make me this cake?
Not even like how the back end's got like nothing but like the icing on it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I took a bite out of the opposite side, and I was like my whole body started tingling.
Ooh.
I got the sweats. I got the sweet sweats.
That one bite sent you into
And
convulsion.
this wasn't even the backbone of the cake.
Oh my!
There's nothing but pure chocolate
Ice.
sugar. Oh God, it was so.
All the chocolate and sugar hit your bloodstream at
I
the
mean,
same time.
I definitely give that a 5-star review for sure. That cake was
Okay.
like, it must have been expensive though to put that much chocolate on there
I'm sure it was.
and that high of a sugar content.
I'm sure it was amazing.
I bet it was a pretty expensive cake, but man,
Woo, man!
like I almost didn't even take a second bite, but I had to finish it just to prove that I could, just to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't finish this cake, I'm not a man.
It's a lot. It's a lot being a man around here. I couldn't let him see. Couldn't let him see you sweat, huh?
No, even though it gave me sugar sweats.
Yeah.
Like, you ever heard of the meat sweats?
The meat sweats.
Yeah, that was a new term my daughter taught me about. She's like, "You're gonna get the meat sweats." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I was like, "I don't think you understand the level of meat I can eat."
Getting on meat sweats.
She's like, "If you eat too much meat, you get sweats." I'm like, "Well,
Okay.
that's never happened to me before, so I guess I get. Maybe I'm not ever eating enough meat, but I can guarantee I probably am." But yeah, that sugar. Oh man, that chocolate, especially the white chocolate part. Oh God, it was so rich and delicate.
The white chocolate.
Oh my God, it was so good.
You ain't even think to bring
Like
a
I'm
sample
drooling
over here with
I'm drooling right now thinking about it.
You didn't even think to bring a sample over here with you.
Oh, that cake was gone.
You could have.
There wasn't even nothing left of it.
You could have. Hey man, I would pay top dollar.
There
for
wasn't
a
nothing
slice.
left of it, man.
I would have paid top dollar for a slice of that.
Man,
Cause I know it came from a bakery, not just
Oh,
any
yeah.
old place.
it came from some bakery, yeah, for sure.
Oh man, you
But
wrong.
oh my God, it was so good.
All those different layers of chocolate.
Like I thought I was gonna die. I seriously, like I got such a sugar rush. Like I thought I
You'll
was
never
high on
decide.
meth or something. I was like, oh my God.
The sugar rush took you.
I was
push
like,
you out
I'm finna
that?
bounce around this room like I'm crazy, man.
The sugar rush will do that to you.
Man, there was so much sugar. Like, it was like just taking a. I can't. It's hard to describe, man. It was bad,
We get the picture.
but it was so good.
We get the picture.
And then later, that's when we went to the Monjuni's combo place. It was like Monjuni's and the barbecue place and the cupcake place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right there next door to Silver Star.
Oh yeah, that's crazy though. They put 3 restaurants in one place.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's convenient though.
yeah, that does make it kind of convenient, but I wonder if that's going to be the wave of the future. But my thing was they close at 8:00 every night.
Hmm.
Like, don't most restaurants like stay until like 9 or 10 at least?
Yeah, but that's crazy though.
So you ready for this election?
No,
You're not.
no, I'm not. It's because I look at it as an opportunity for things to get better. I look at it as us thinking we're putting the right person in office to make things better. But at the same time, stuff sometimes just get worse and worse. You know, and that makes it kind of hard to deal with because that also leaves a question mark for people. That's always who to ask, what am I voting for? You know, nothing's changing. That's what I think a lot of young people look at, you know. Think about it, young people when watching their parents and grandparents go to the polls day in and day out, year after year, telling them, yeah, we're going to get such and such and so in office. And, you know, and you end up with somebody in office that you really don't like, but you had no choice because you didn't pay attention when they were having a debate. So you just pick based on what somebody else like. That's crazy.
Well, that's the thing that me and my brother got into about, and I was just asking him, like I was bringing up the fact that Joe Biden like has dementia, and like he even proved it in the press conference he was given to denounce the fact that he had dementia. He once again made another big mistake, confusing the president of Mexico with the president of Egypt. Okay, come on, man. You're the president of the United States of America.
Yeah, so
You've got the launch codes. You got the red button.
But see, don't you know
You've got 11 aircraft carriers.
Yeah, and let me tell you something.
And you've got millions of drones.
Hold on, let me show
underneath
something with
your purview.
Okay, you just hit the nail on the head. What you just said about Biden. So you got to realize now.
Now Trump ain't no better.
Yeah, but the point is, I'm trying to make is this. For years, our parents told us, we don't got no money, blah, 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 blah. You vote for Democrat. Republicans don't like you. Republicans don't want you to be a part of their group. And then, all these years, you was listening to this person telling you how to vote. And shit got better for them voting the same way they've been voting.
Did you know that the Democrat Party is actually the original party of slavery, right?
Yeah, the original Confederate.
Yeah.
So it came from the Democratic Party.
Just to enlighten y'all if y'all don't know that. Yeah.
Well, some people know it and still don't care.
And it's just like Joe Biden. I mean, he gave remarks at a Klansman's funeral. Back when he was a senator, he said he didn't want his kids growing up in a racial jungle. Then during his last campaign, he said, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. And then it's just like, there's just too much, man. It's like, whatever. And like, we know there's a little racism in you for sure.
What do you mean a little?
I mean, maybe a lot, but and this, oh shit, this is the Democrat president right now, and I simply asked my brother. I was just like, well, what do you think? What do you think about Kennedy? Because Kennedy's going to be on the Libertarian ticket. Okay, he's got the Libertarian vote, so he's going to be on the ballot in all 50 states.
Oh, okay.
And so he's like an alternate to Trump and Biden. I don't know enough about him to actually say, yeah, I'd vote for Kennedy, but at least it's a way out.
Yeah, it's something different.
And he was like, well, he said this one time. I was like, so you're going to dismiss a presidential candidate just because of what he said one time? I was like, what about all the times Joe Biden said this or that or this or that or this or that or this? And like, the only way I can describe it is like he's just stuck in a bubble.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care what anybody else's opinion is. He doesn't care what the facts are. He's turned a blind eye to the facts. And it's like, there's a senile man that's our president right now.
Senile?
It's a fact.
It's a fact that there's a senile man in office.
Would you or me be allowed to run the country making statements like that?
I think I'm too dark.
I'm just saying. Look,
no.
I'm just saying. We wouldn't be allowed to run the office. They got rid of us.
They'll lock us out the
like
office.
They was trying to already get rid of Trump when he was president, as it is. And he wasn't confusing leaders' names Or talking about the president of France from
He
like
did
'99.
confuse Puerto Rico.
He did.
Yeah, because he didn't realize that Puerto Rico was a U.S. territory, and he was talking to the man over for Puerto Rico, talking about, well, we need to talk to your president, and he was looking at him like, you are our president. Yeah. And he was Trump was looking like, dun 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 dun.
I think shortly after that's when the order launched a nuke at the hurricane
To
to help Puerto Rico out
Puerto Rico out.
from the hurricane.
We'll shoot a nuke in there.
We'll just shoot it down. It's no big deal.
But when do you detonate it?
Uh,
And where do you send it, to the top or at the bottom?
I don't think it would have worked.
Saying.
I mean, maybe.
Well, I don't know, because
it would have done
produce
something.
a lot of wind and pressure and a shockwave.
It would have, but it would also produce a lot of radiation as well.
I mean, is it worth it?
I mean, is it worth it to irradiate like some of the richest fishing waters in the world? No, it's not.
No. We had no oil spill or nothing in a good while, so let's keep it that way. Let's try to get it as clean as possible.
Well, the sun's been going crazy lately.
The who?
The sun. The sun is at like its solar maximum. It apparently it changes its poles every 11 years,
What does?
like the magnetic poles.
Who do?
The sun does.
Oh, they just found that out.
They didn't just find it out, but they've been looking at it. See, they think they know a lot about the sun, but they have no clue. They really don't.
I don't think we know half what we think we know.
Well, here's the thing. You've only been really studying the sun, like with actual scientific instruments, for like what? Maybe 40, 50 years, 60 years at the most?
Yeah.
It's been around ever since, like,
Yes.
it's been around before the Earth was around.
True.
So how do you really know what it does? You have no idea. You don't know how these cycles really go, number one. You just have an idea how they go. And you're just interpolating things based off of what's going on. You don't know if that's always that way. You don't know if the sun's going to get, like burp at us one good time and just melt us all off the face of the earth. I mean, it's the sun. It can. It's very powerful. Imagine how much energy has to emanate from the sun just to make it be like 68 degrees here right now. I want you to think about that. I mean, think about how small the Earth is compared to the sun, right? And the sun emanates enough energy in all directions. And it gets a little boost from our atmosphere, of course. But think about how hot it's got to be to heat us up to be between like 40 degrees or whatever the temperature is, and to be like 80 or 90 or 100 degrees. I mean, think about that. That's a lot of energy coming from the sun, right?
Yeah, a whole lot.
And if you don't really know what it does, I mean, like I said, every now and then, maybe it burps real bad, and like it burns half the earth off. You never know. You just don't know. It's like you've only been studying it for a little while. It's been around for billions of years already.
Oh yeah.
It's been throwing off a lot of flares though lately. Been messing with some communication. Been doing a lot of solar flares. And it's supposed to come to
It's doing its job.
yeah, it's supposed to come to a head this year, because this is supposed to be like the most activity that it gives out. But if it gives out a big enough flare, it'll knock out the internet and everything, and the power. Did you know that?
Oh yeah. Everybody knows.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Oh yeah, they do.
They do?
They kept predicting it when we was getting all those flares during the summer.
Well, a lot of people don't know what it is. They have no idea.
See,
Like if you ask anybody what an electromagnetic pulse is, they don't know what it is.
but they'll find out real soon.
The short version is EMP, right?
Yeah,
It
they'll
was-
find out real soon.
It was discovered by the nuclear scientists back when they started first making nuclear bombs. They detonated one in the atmosphere, and it like blew out 6 communication satellites and like knocked out power for like Hawaii or something like that.
Yeah.
But before that, there was something called the Carrington event that happened in the 1880s or something like that, back when we still had telegraphs.
Yeah.
And this happened, it came from the sun. And it blew all the telegraph lines out. They had at that time, they had actually laid a transatlantic cable, a telegraph wire from like New York to London. They had to relay it because it had been burned out. And like some of the telegraph stations actually caught fire. Like, could you imagine like the sun burps one day and like your house catches on fire? And you don't know why. It just happens. Just like, yeah. Not to mention no more phones. No more charging electric cars. You know, no more water, no more gas. Everything shuts down, you know. And that would be bad. That'd be really bad. They've already done estimates that like 99% of the population could be wiped out if we didn't have power anymore. That's pretty crazy.
I know. You always know those statistics, don't you?
I know a lot of them.
I know. You keep up with those end time statistics.
I just think we're in a pocket of change right now.
A pocket of change.
Well, the greedy have gotten way too greedy, and most of the people are nowadays, with the help of the internet, have woken up to that. It's just like the all the Congress people making millions and millions of dollars off of insider trading. Well, younger people got smart enough to start tracking what they were trading and like make an app about it and like actually doing the same investments these Congress people are doing. Okay. Like there's one Congress person that
that's smart.
Made like $1 million in 3 months off of one investment.
Okay.
It's like, you got Congress people that do better on the stock market than Warren Buffett. That's just crazy.
Well, maybe Warren need to talk to them Congress.
The only reason they do better is because they know what stock's going to go up, because they're going to vote to do this or vote to do that. But there's some very bright young people that figured that out, and they tracked them, started tracking every trade that they made, and started making millions just like them.
Well, that's good. That's smart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's smart. That's real smart. They ain't going to let that go for long, though.
But you're going to have to ride that wave until you can't no more, though.
Oh, yeah. But like I said, I think things have been to change for the better. For sure.
And what gives you that?
Hmm?
What gives you that notion?
I got to stay positive. You just got to stay positive, man.
Okay, cool. I'm going to look into that.
You always got to stay positive. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll send you a couple of them. You have you got Telegram?
Do I have a what?
Do you got Telegram? It's an app.
I don't have a Telegram.
Yeah, it's app that's end-to-end encrypted. So supposedly, like the fuzz can't get you.
The
fuzz can't get you, man.
Well, why don't you just do it like they did in the old days? Get you something so you can do Morse code.
Because these are youngsters. Yeah, they work on encrypted apps. A Telegram is wild, I'll tell you that. You can get anything you want on there if you trust scammers. There's a lot of scammers on there, so you got to beware.
Okay, a lot of scammers.
Oh yeah. What the fuck? Oh. So how's your weekend been, man?
Good. You right here. I mean, this is what it's been for the weekend. I ain't did much of nothing. Mm-hmm. This was Super Bowl weekend and also Mardi Gras weekend.
You know who won?
Huh?
Do you know who won?
I don't care.
I don't either.
They could have kept it. So yeah,
If I see Taylor Swift one more time,
who?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he's
Like
on-
I
Gotta
look,
feel the love
I'll
hit,
sing
man.
along to Taylor Swift songs. Okay, I don't mind Taylor Swift, but when she invades the NFL and like you see her like 30 times every game, and then like she's on the news on top of that,
She don't want y'all
like
to
every
forget who
night,
she
and it's
is.
like, what's Taylor Swift doing today at the NFL
She
game?
don't want you to forget who she
It's
is.
like, if you don't get your ass out of here,
You need to stop it.
I mean, come on, man.
You need to stop it.
Do
You really
you,
do.
do you
She
show all
just-
the other players' girlfriends in the stands?
They have. They
No,
have.
they don't.
Yeah, they
Not the
have.
way they do Taylor Swift. I mean, like she's the focal point of the game more than the game's the focal point.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, she's a popular chick.
And she's a singer. She's not a football player. Put her on the field. You want to make her the focal point? Put her on the field. Okay. Otherwise, shush, shut, doot, beep, beep. I mean, do they have the San Francisco 49ers? Are any of their girlfriends being showcased?
I don't know. Maybe.
The answer is no. They are not.
Well, are they girlfriends as popular as Taylor Swift?
It's infringing even more upon the NFL.
Well, you know they're doing it
It's
for
an infringement.
popularity.
Oh, I know. They're doing it to get some customers back.
Yeah.
They've lost so many during the pandemic and everything else, especially with like Bud Light and all that.
Oh, yeah. They lost a lot. Oh. They the one who did that with Bud Light.
No. I hate they did that though, because that just all they did was mess up all the people that like actually work for Bud Light, that like
Yeah.
the truck drivers and people that stock all the Bud Light and all that stuff.
They had a lot of extra beer.
Yeah. They probably lost a lot of money. I know they did. They lost a lot of money. It's like Disney's losing a lot of money right now too.
Like Disney.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these companies, they take risks. These big companies, they take risks.
They get too woke too.
They too who?
Woke.
What you refer to?
I mean,
as?
they just,
So they need to be drowsy?
no, they're constantly pushing agendas that nobody really cares about. And it's just like, if you want to be gay, go be gay, okay? I don't care, but I don't expect to see gay people in every single movie I watch. And like every single like movie or sitcom or series I watch, you always got to put the lesbians and gays in there too. Nowadays, and it's just like
I hate to
there
say
we
it,
go.
but they everywhere now.
I mean, they're, and
Yeah.
I don't care. It's just stop throwing it in my face. I feel like
I get what you're
I
saying.
feel like I got a male stripper just dancing right in front of my face, and it's
Shaking
just
his
like
junk- shaking his
just
junk at you.
shaking her right in my face. I don't want to see all that, man. Just give me a good story. I don't care about all that. It's like, man, you don't have to make it everything. Literally everything they make nowadays. And to each their own. But, I mean, you don't, it's like we don't put Satanists in everything. Like we don't put priests in everything, do we?
Nope.
We don't put preachers in everything.
No, I don't
We
think
don't
so.
put prisoners in everything. I mean,
No.
why can't we just have a good story? Just like, come
I don't
on.
know.
And you got to make it all about having like this and that and that and this, and you got to check this box and check that box, and it's just like, it's just total crap. And half the time they can't even. Anyway, let me shut up before I get too far into that.
Well, this is another episode going down in history. Thank y'all for tuning in with us tonight, and look forward to seeing y'all again next Sunday night. God bless. Talk to you later.